rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go.
Figgy, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rockett, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go, in the jacuzzi, smoking threats, I got my feet up, cut them haters off, I told them beat it, I don't need you, spend 50 racks in cash, but it's all good, I got my visa, this rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa, my ghetto, Nike, I beat it like a creature, she always like my sneakers, these Jordan 5 pink aces, let's go, I'm knocking them down back to back in the row, he really the one,
But they already know.
so none of my chains go put on the show.
Giving up gins, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. Need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10 toe down on the pavement. What's up? We about to see what they say.
Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Let's go. Gym, sippin' juice. Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Rockin' gym, sippin' juice. Let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone who still considers the Astros cheaters?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You sliding around playing Eminem in your car, you on your old lady? This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you how the DJ said it.
Fuck that shit.
Poor Eminem. Eminem always getting astray in our opening, man. What did Eminem ever do to us?
I know.
You slide around with your girl listening to Eminem?
Hey, what did he do to Eminem? I mean, to Gucci Mane.
Honestly, yeah.
He was so disgusted when he said, "You sliding around playing Eminem in your car?"
You and your old lady.
That was
Yeah,
kinda
man.
critical during that time.
It was.
Eminem, I mean, I think everybody was listening to Eminem during that time.
Dog, we've had this discussion before. I'm a little sick of this revisionist history on Eminem that's been going on lately. I know everybody on the pro-black tip again, and everybody want to act like they only bumped black rappers from the South at that time, and maybe a couple New York dudes, but nobody bumped Eminem. Somehow, even though he's the highest selling rapper of all time, somehow nobody black listened to him. So, okay, man, even though he collabed with the biggest black rappers at the time and everybody co-signed him, and there's video evidence of a lot of black people at his shows, somehow nobody black listened to Eminem between the years of 1999 to now. It don't make any sense. Y'all can admit y'all bumped Eminem, man. His first two albums, I don't care what anybody says, those are hip-hop classics. I'll put that up there with anybody's run. Now, after that, especially the stuff after like around the 2010s era and onward, I understand that's embarrassing to admit you like. But everything before that is legit, man.
The Eminem show was dope.
Yeah.
It was just, to me, that's my favorite Eminem album. The Eminem show. I played that shit front to back.
I feel like that was like his peak. That was his peak because he had songs that everybody fucked with at that time. And Superman is still a classic. I still play to this day, man. I still can't believe he produced that beat because most of his beats sound terrible, but that's a great sounding beat. And then 8 Mile. Everybody loved 8 Mile, the movie, when it came out. All right, don't everybody fronting. Everybody loved the 8 Mile era Eminem at that time. Yes. Now that song did quickly get corny and played out, but come on, man, that's a classic song as well. Eminem had a run And let's not, and then no needs for everybody to act like it was a shocking thing that people listen to him or nobody black bumped him. Really, nah, that's a lie. I was
Yeah,
there. I remember. So
that's yeah. Maybe we got to go through a list of people we kind of embarrassed to say we listened to during that time.
uh
Like I'm trying to think of some off the top. Like to me, and I stand on it. I wouldn't even say I was embarrassed, but I was probably like the biggest Jim Jones fan. This is back then too, when
yeah.
technically he couldn't rap. Like he rap way better now than he did back then. But I was the one. I was like, man, he's hard, man. He's one of the best in Dipset. And I was like that lone one. I was a J.R. Ryder fan. I was listening to all that shit.
I can't think of any rappers I was embarrassed of listening to. I remember I liked MC Hammer back in the day, but I was a kid. So I don't think that's embarrassing as a kid to like MC Hammer. The stuff I was probably embarrassed of was the non-rap. Like I liked Limp Bizkit for a while. I will admit I like Limp Bizkit, man. And looking back, it's very, very cringe. I like some songs from Blink 182. I like there's that kind of music. Some of it I fucked with, man. And looking back, I'm like, there's some music I liked and I didn't care what anybody said. I still like Korn. To this day, I still fuck with Korn, man. That's some really good gym music. It gets you going. And I don't care what anybody says. Korn, legends in my book. But
it's fun. I never got into them, man. Like still to this day, even in real time, man. I just never understood the whole Limp Bizkit thing, man. I think whole Jay-Z collab. He collabed with Limp Bizkit, right? Was it Limp Bizkit or Linkin Park? I think about Linkin Park.
Yeah, you probably think of Linkin Park.
Yeah,
Limp Bizkit was like the start of all that. Limp Bizkit was Fred Durst with the red hat, rolling. I did it all for the nookie. Yeah, that's where like all that rap rock shit started. Really, was kind of him sparking that whole thing. So and I was never really a big Linkin Park fan. That was after my rock era kind of ended. And I thought their music was very cheesy and emo. I think only white people could really understand it. It did nothing for me. I look, RIP to the dude who the lead singer. I do think they had good music. I just personally, it did nothing for me. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, that did nothing for me. And it reminds me of the time when we used to play Madden, like early Madden. This is before they had number rap on there. They used to have Green Day, and all that shit, man. I used to hate that shit, man. I try so hard, but it really doesn't matter. I hate that shit, man. I liked a lot of music, man. And still to this day, I can't get down to it.
Yeah, when Jay-Z did the collab album with Linkin Park, I was like, oh god, that whole mixing the Black album with the with them, that's probably my least listened to Jay project of all time. But like I said, I think they make good music. I see why people like them. I see why they're popular, but just personally, it didn't do anything for me. I couldn't get into them. But I still look. I respect them. I respect the movement. They're actually still going. They got a lady singer to replace Chester, the lead singer, and that's kind of controversial because some people don't like her. Some people think that's them being woke or whatever, getting a female to replace the dude, and it's whatever. But I mean, they're still doing it. So one thing I didn't like that guy, the rapper in Linkin Park. I forget his fucking name, but I didn't like him. I hated his raps. I hated how I don't know. Jay-Z was all. I think they worked together a few times, and that guy, his rapping was terrible to me. Yeah. I'd rather have the other guy sing the whole song than him do that little one way. I don't know why. It don't even matter how hard you try.
Yeah. Oh my God.
that ABC ass rapping, man. Come on, dog.
Yeah, that was borderline like the dude. That was borderline like the nigga for Pretty Ricky. Oh my god, that shit was so awful, man.
Yeah, I hate it when R&B, when acts have that one rap guy who just has to rap. And I mean, Boys to Men kind of had that with Deep Voice Brother, who just talked. But at least that still sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah. What up, Matt? Matt on YouTube says, perfect timing. Just finished some chicken fried steaks. Now for some gins and juice. Evening, gentlemen. What's up, man? What's going on? Hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend, getting it started and just relaxing, having a good time. Matt also said Chester Bennington, and I like Linkin Park's early stuff, but the later stuff I don't really vibe with. Yeah, I think they when they first came, they made a huge splash, man. I remember, like Figgy said, they were all in the video games. Any skate game you had, they had Linkin Park songs in it and shit. And yeah, Mike Shinoda is who I was thinking of. Yeah, Mike Shinoda. That guy, his rapping just does not do it for me, man. It's very, very basic ass ABC type rapping, and I can't stand it.
How did you feel about this? Because remember, I didn't realize how crazy it was until I got older. But remember, I forgot what group that was. But remember the dudes that remade Smooth Criminal but made it into a rock song?
Yeah, Alien Ant Farm. Alien Ant Farm. I hated that song, and I still hate it. That was one of the worst remakes of all time. And I still see people on Twitter saying, wow, this is like the one remake that's better than the original. What?
Man, yeah. That's ridiculous, man. I hated that song then.
Dog, MTV used to play that song every hour on the hour, every single day, every single show. I feel like they snuck it into a few hip hop shows sometimes. That song had MTV in a chokehold. And that's back when there was nothing to do but watch TV. Really. Yeah. So you turn on MTV after school, you want to see some cool music, and you see that video 10 times.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Why did Michael Jackson approve that shit, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never liked that song. I always thought it was trash. And you also notice you never heard anything else from those dudes ever.
Yeah.
So
you only hear about them whenever that song pop up.
Yes. Yes.
Like that's y'all one hit.
Somebody else's song, man. I can't deal with it. So Matt says that video was really odd. A bunch of white dudes in a wrestling ring standing still and lightly headbanging. Yeah, why was it in a wrestling ring? Nothing about it. And by the way, almost every video at that time was like a house party.
Yes.
Yeah. Almost everything. Remember Jaquan Tipsy, house party. Nelly had a bunch of house party videos. That was like the go-to formula was to have a house party music video. And usually if it was a rap video, there would be like that scene with the dorky white guy sneaking in the party. Everybody looks at him weird. Then he starts dancing and everybody starts fucking with him. That almost every music video has some shit like that, man.
Yeah. Speaking of Jaquan, that's probably one person I was like, this shit hard. That was probably the one dude I'm like, yeah, this dude about to be a star. I like the Tipsy song, but I like the Hood Hop song more.
Yeah.
I thought that was the better. I always thought that was the better song, but I'm like, man, this dude gonna be dope. This dude hard, man. Ain't nobody ready for Jaquan. Those are the only two songs I ever heard.
Him and Rich Boy are like the rappers I always wondered about the most, because when I first heard Throw Some D's, I was like, okay, this guy gonna be next. He got next. And then I think he had a couple other songs, and his album was actually really good.
Yeah.
That album he put out was actually really good, but then I never heard anything else from him ever again.
Yeah. I feel like he should have been what Yo Gotti is now. Because he kind of remind me of Yo Gotti a little bit. I don't know if it's the forehead or what, but
Mhm.
yeah, but yeah, it's crazy because I felt like all of his shit. You could go back to his shit now. It's like this shit hard. I don't
Yep.
know what happened, man. Like he had some other shit too that was dope, and I'm like, damn, this shit hard. I don't know what happened.
I don't know if it's just a label issue, like they didn't put out any music or he couldn't get the production right. I don't know. But I feel like that 2000s era had a lot of people who were just I think it was just the byproduct of being the ringtone era. Everybody
Yeah,
just wanted that one viral hit that hit off on ringtones and iTunes and all that, but they weren't looking for artists to develop or have a long-term run. They just wanted the microwave type songs. You know, that's when Soldier Boy, and to credit to Soldier Boy, he outlasted everybody that came up. Remember Jibs?
yeah.
remember Mims?
This is why I'm hot.
Yes, all these one-hit wonder rappers, and somehow Soldier Boy, who had the biggest hit, outlasted all of them. So, hey, shout out to him, man. Somehow he avoided the curse and actually stayed relevant past that one song. So,
Yeah, I'm trying. I was trying to look up to see where he at, where Rich Boy is now, and I guess he was in jail at some point as
oh
recent as
damn,
last year. So yeah, I don't know. I guess he just kind of the definition of falling off.
yeah. Now see, look at this. His album came out in 2007. He was signed to Interscope,
Mm.
and his next album came out in 2013.
Mm.
So
Dang, that's
basically, it seemed
that's
like
a
the
big
label
break.
had no plans. Yeah, they had no plans to push him or do anything with him. They just were happy they had the hit. Probably had him in debt over some shit, and
Yeah,
he never released anything else under the label, man.
damn. Yeah,
So
he was cold though. I liked him. He was
me
cold.
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to some Rich Boy now.
That
And by the
album goes hard, man. He was
and
spitting
by,
on that.
and by the way, him sampling that Switch song. I felt like Kendrick Lamar. I felt like he could have kept that one, man. Every time I hear that Kendrick song, I'll be thinking it's about to be Rich Boy. And it just
Yeah,
want to listen to Rich Boy. I'm like, I don't want to hear this slow ass song. Like, if I want to hear the slow song, I will listen to the original one. But yeah, Rich Boy. Every time I hear that beginning, I think about Rich Boy.
yeah. That's one of those things you really can't sample again, man. Sometimes the one song is so iconic that you just can't. Same with Rick James Super Freak. And I talked about that before when Jay-Z tried to do it. Like, nah, man, even you can't do that. That's MC Hammer's song, dog.
Yeah,
You can't, nobody else can spin that sample and make it sound like something where I don't think of MC Hammer when you
yeah.
hear that.
I,
So
honestly, people think about MC Hammer more than they think about Rick James when it comes to
oh
that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because that song still be coming on in the car. And I'm like, damn, I forgot how good this Rick James song is, especially towards the end where you just
Mhm.
have a full out jam session. But I'm like, man, you can only think about the MC Hammer one.
Yeah. I think of parachute pants and I think of all that choreographed dancing he was doing just for a minute. Let's all do the bump. All that shit, man. It's taking over the original song. So sometimes a sample is so classic, you just can't do it again.
Yeah.
So anyway, long tangent to begin the podcast, of course, as usual, per usual with the Jim's Juice podcast. But anyway, we're back at it. Back at it. A lot to talk about, a lot to recap. Texans and NFL preseason is over. Thank God.
Man.
Finally done with this bullshit, fake ass football, man. We can get to the real meat and potatoes of the NFL season where games actually matter.
Yeah.
And they're actually, funny enough, I thought the final Texans preseason game was the best one. Like shit actually happened. People were scoring. People were going back and forth. Interceptions. Like, okay, it was third stringers who got cut that same week, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it was the most exciting football game of the preseason to me. So I actually enjoyed working it. Believe it or not. Funny
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. No, it was a cool game. I'm just glad it's kind of over now, man, because I think the Texans are in that good space where you don't have like a big old like roster competition, like quarterback or trying to see who's the best this or that. Is everybody kind of set already, and you just trying to get some competition towards the back ends. So it's nothing to really see here at this point. I mean, you kind of want to see the offense, the new offense, but they ain't gonna show you nothing in preseason.
Yeah, it's very basic, but still, it's like at least you could see that there were people on the rosters fighting for their life in the game, and like I said, it was actually fun. The first two just put me to sleep. The first game in particular was super boring, but the last one was okay. I'm still in favor of canceling the preseason or just doing away with it. And just doing joint practices instead. I know there's money involved in it. I know, teams are going to want to keep the preseason. The owners will at least, but I'm against it. I'd rather just get to the point from the beginning and do joint practices and whatever. But anyway, I digress. Figgy, now I know you were tapped in with the McNairs. You have connections. You know people who know people who know people. So I'm going to ask you, okay, my Texans connect. What is going on with Joe Mixon?
Yo,
Is he playing this season at all? Is he still alive? What's going on, man? What's going on, Joe Mixon?
Hey, you seen D'Amico Ryans going off on the media? Well, now to be fair, he was more going off on the people that be reporting and writing articles and all that stuff. So it's funny because people always think, oh, you media, they say you media guys. And I'm like, radio people ain't had nothing to do with this. Radio people ain't do nothing. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. The only thing I can say or think of is maybe that injury, maybe some type of injury happened in the off season that was not in the Houston Texans facility, or maybe it happened away from there. And, they really don't know what happened. Well, I'll take that, but I'm sure they know what happened, but they probably don't want to say, hey, he hurt himself in a club, or he hurt himself falling downstairs or something like that. I feel like he probably, if I had to take a guess, I would probably say he might have re-injured his ankle. And it's probably taking some time. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it was broke. I wouldn't be surprised if he broke his ankle, and they just don't want to give a timeline on when he's coming back, or even talk about him breaking his ankle. So I think they just trying to do what they always do. They always protect the players, which I totally get. But I thought it was funny how D'Amico, when he was up there talking, he was pretty much saying, I feel like he was really calling somebody out from the last time somebody got injured and somebody threw a report out there that wasn't accurate and they had to delete it. So I feel like he was kind of calling people out and was also saying, hey, y'all got to do the research. He's pretty much saying, y'all got to do your jobs and do the research and pretty much get this shit yourself. But it's like we supposed to be getting the shit from y'all. Like y'all should be telling us, giving us the update. So I think I thought that was kind of a little bit strange, because if somebody ain't saying something, people go speculate. So if we stop doing this podcast and I'm just like, hey, like it's nothing to see here type thing, people go speculate like, oh, did Figgy and Rockett get into it? Or I heard this. People go start speculating a little bit. And that's the thing they're kind of mad about is the whole people speculating and writing all this stuff and don't know the facts. It's like, let people know what's going on then, and that won't happen. And you ain't got to be all in details and stuff. You ain't got to be like, hey, he got a fracture bone right here. Here's the X-ray. But if you just let somebody know, like, hey, he's dealing with some ankle issues, hopefully we could get him back soon or something, like, if you kind of be a little generic with it, then maybe they could just go off of that. But I have no idea if he's gonna come back. I wouldn't be surprised if he was out for the season or most of the season, because it just don't it feel real Christian Harris-ish. When Christian Harris was out last year and they wouldn't give us no update, they wouldn't say anything. And he ended up coming back later that season, but I don't know. I just don't feel confident.
I mean, with Christian Harris, it was one thing, but with Joe Mixon, I feel like he's too important of a player on this team to not, let's just have no idea what the fuck is going on. All right, you could do this game with some players on the team. You can't do it with your starting running back, who was a star last year and really the focal point of the offense, and you can't do it with CJ. All right, those are like the two people you really can't do this with, because we need to know, and well, we don't need to know. We would like to know if what exactly is going on, if he will be back anytime soon, or what. I'm not saying they got to say he'll be back for week 8 or he'll be back for week 3. Just say, hey, something happened. We're not going to get into it. He's out indefinitely. We'll let you know when there's something to update. Even that, I will be more satisfied with that than this air of mystery around it, where it's just, they're not saying anything. And even Adam Schefter is all getting upset about it because he can't dig up nothing. I'm like, well, damn, nobody. They must got some fucking CIA lockdown type shit. I mean, nobody knows what's going on with him.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, nah, it's real crazy, and it's this is the other thing too. I feel like the media in Houston are so nice. They're not like no a-holes that's up in New York or Cleveland or some shit, because they would have been grilling. They would have been grilling the Texans about Joe. It would have been a Joe Mixon press conference, just asking everything about Joe Mixon. And it seemed like they just kind of gave that answer, and then everybody just moved on from it. And I'm like, damn, like they can only get away with it down here, because if it was New York, that shit would be plastered all over the press, all over ESPN and shit. And like you said, that's a starting running back, man. He's very important. And I know you mentioned we would like to know what's going on. I think Vegas would like to know what's going on too, because shit, like that, all that shit, the injury reports and all that shit, people make money off of that shit, man. They want to know who to start, and you got fantasy football. You want to, it's a lot of stuff. Like the NFL is in bed with a lot of people, and I don't think you could just get away with just, hey, it's none of y'all business to know what's going on. I don't think you could really do that. And in real life, yes, in real life, it shouldn't be none of our business. But you are in the NFL, where everything is under a microscope, where it's a reason why they got to turn in injury reports and all that shit. Like, you can't just hide that shit. So, yeah, but like I said, to defend them a little bit, I think they kind of got a little irritated, because I think it was a report around CJ Gardner-Johnson when he got hurt, and people said somebody say he tore his ACL, which ended up, I guess, not true. I'm not sure. I don't know, but they just saying it's a leg injury. He didn't tear anything. So I think somebody jumped out the window with that report, and it wasn't right. So I think they was a little bit irritated with that. So, which I get that part, but man, when you don't say nothing, people go speculate, man.
Yeah. And look, I know they like to keep this stuff. It's just annoying how this is like every Houston team does this, Well, at least the Astros and the Texans are the worst in their respective leagues with this type of shit. These fucking mystery injuries that they never say anything about, and then you find out, oh, this guy's gonna be out for the season. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's just frustrating, man. I would like to know. And I don't care about the gamblers. Now I'm sure somebody in the mafia, somebody in the mob knows what's going on. There are some people who are running shit who probably know or have an idea. But in general, I don't care about the gamblers. I don't care about the fancy football people, whatever. I don't do that shit. But I would just like to know, as somebody who wants to have a ballpark figure of how many games this team might win this year, if Joe Mixon's going to be a part of that picture or not.
Yeah.
So,
I tell you what, I'm not betting. I'm not being a bet man when it comes to this team until I know if Joe Mixon gonna come back pretty soon. I ain't about to sit here and be like, yeah, they're gonna win about 12 games. And this motherfucker out for the season. Like, that changed a lot. I ain't about to put my money on that.
yeah, and there's hope if, like, let's say Texans in game 1 get blown out in LA. You can say the caveat will be like, okay, well, Joe Mixon ain't here. Maybe he'll be back soon and we'll be back in top form. Now, if he's not coming back anytime soon, that changes our fan expectations. And now we're going to be like, well, shit, this season might tank for Arch. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. He might be fucked. So I'd just like to know from that perspective, like, if the team gets off to a rocky start, I would like to know if there's light at the end of the tunnel or not. So I don't know. It's frustrating, but what can you do? We'll see. We'll just gotta wait it out. It could be worse. We could be Dallas.
Yeah.
We could be Dallas, who just gave away Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. I call him Micah. So yeah, it's it could be worse. We could be them. So well. Speaking of which, have you seen that Cowboys documentary on Netflix yet?
I didn't see it. Should I see it? I was wondering if I should be interested in seeing it. I keep seeing people talk about it though.
I watched the first episode of it, and I don't know if I'm gonna go back to it. I didn't realize it was gonna be like mainly focused on Jerry Jones. I thought it would be more about the Jones. Like they skipped the Tom Landry years completely. The documentary basically started with Jerry Jones buying the Cowboys. So it's really only about, it's kind of like The Last Dance, but with Jerry Jones instead of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, so it's a fluff piece pretty much.
Kinda. It's a lot of him, mythologizing himself, talking about how when I bought the Cowboys, I didn't have a dime left. Me and my family, we put all our eggs into this bucket. We had nothing left. Like there's a lot of exaggerating going on. I think a lot of him making himself to be the underdog and all this shit. And I don't know if I watch the rest of it, man. Now it is good seeing the players come back and talk about the shit. Everybody's there who's alive, basically. Jimmy Johnson, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Deion Sanders, pretty much everybody big who's still alive to talk about it is there. But I don't know if I'm going to watch the rest of it, honestly, man. It's like you said, it's basically a puff piece for Jerry Jones.
Yeah. I was debating on if I should check it out. I see a couple of people talk about it, but I also seen a lot of people saying it's a fluff piece.
Yeah, and I did see one person say, "Oh, this is better than The Last Dance." Look, let's get one thing straight. I don't think there's ever going to be a documentary better than The Last Dance.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's even possible because The Last Dance had Michael Jordan finally, after like 30 years of being the most PR, politically correct person, of saying the most basic things in the media and not really talking about his playing days. He finally sat down and gave it up. He talked about everything. And also the environment that documentary came out during COVID when there was no sports and nothing else to watch. So everybody was locked in on it.
Yeah.
There's never going to be another documentary that'll have everybody's attention like that one did. So It's just
Yeah.
not possible, man.
Yeah, nah, it ain't. And I'm trying to think of other possible docs that could come out. I know LeBron gonna come out with a doc. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be better than The Last Dance. I'm trying to think of maybe Tom Brady if he has some type of doc, maybe that could be that. But I feel like we see a lot of Tom Brady anyway. So I mean, unless it's something we really don't know, I just don't think it's gonna be better than The Last Dance.
Yeah, and the main draw about The Last Dance is that it had a ton of unreleased footage that nobody had ever seen.
Yeah.
Because they shot that they originally shot a documentary that was supposed to chronicle Jordan's last season and just never released it. So
Yeah.
we finally got all the footage and we could finally see it. But I don't think anybody else has done anything like that and kept it under lock for so long.
Yeah.
So I think LeBron will do it. I've heard rumors that he's been doing a documentary or having camera people and shooting stuff. And I'm sure he's going to do the same thing for his last season, whenever that is.
Yeah.
But you're not going to beat The Last Dance, man. It's just not possible.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Matt also said on YouTube, you can't make bricks without clay. So D'Amico saying you do the research when you're the source, that's so odd for him. Yeah, like, are you encouraging people to go knock on Joe Mixon's door and say what's up?
Or try to reach out to their agents, which they do. I know they don't want that to happen. Like they a tight-lipped organization, man. I'm sure the last thing they want is reporters out there trying to hit up agents, try to get tea and all that shit, man. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like a comment like that could backfire a lot.
Yeah, I think he kind of misspoke, actually. I don't think he was really thinking about what that could mean to do the research. Like, why do we need to research on what's going on with the player and why he's not playing?
Yeah.
You know, why you're the coach. You're supposed to let us know. I'm not saying you have to reveal everything, but to say you do the research on why a player is not playing.
Yeah.
Like you said, are we supposed to call his house, go to his house, put some cameras up so we can see if he's walking with a crutch or a limp or something? So I just don't get it, man, but whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's back soon. Hopefully this will be just like the mystery CJ Stroud injury that kept him out of OTAs. Hopefully it'll just be us making a big deal about nothing. But I don't know, man. The fact that game 1 is coming up and it doesn't look like he's going to play is a little concerning. But
yeah,
what can you do? Anyway, that about does it for the NFL. Looking forward to game 1 next Sunday. In LA, I believe they are against the Rams. So we'll see how things go. Finally getting a football season started, man.
Yeah.
And in other, new release time, man. A lot of music came out. A lot of a good amount even. Only one album I listened to, but I'm sure hopefully you listen to more. Ghostface Killer's Supreme Clientele 2 finally came out. Figgy, I'm assuming you gave this a listen. What do you think about it, man?
Yeah, I checked it out. I actually thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't cringy. I thought it was okay. I felt like his rapping on there was good. It was typical Ghostface. I feel like Ghostface never really slipped off when it comes to rapping and his sound. But the only thing I feel like is kind of lacking a little bit is the production. I feel like the production was kind of I feel like the production could have been a little stronger. And I know you ain't about to get Prime RZA or stuff like that, but I felt like the production was just kind of it's okay. Like the beast was okay. I could see that's probably the best he gonna get, but yeah, that was probably my only issue. But I kind of enjoyed it, man. I think he had a feature. Redman is cold, man. Redman, I feel like Redman, not Redman. Redman did kick off the album, but I don't think he had a verse on there. But I meant to say Method Man is cold. Method Man still smooth. I feel like he don't get that much credit, man. I think we just kind of look at Method Man as Method Man, but that brother can rap. He sound good. He was spitting on this album. I forgot who else was on this album, but I kind of enjoyed it. And one thing he did have on here that I feel like a lot of people don't really do as much is skits. That's kind of more of an old school thing. He had a couple skits where I'm like, okay. He had the skit called Pause. And apparently Ghostface is not a fan of the pause stuff because I think he said something and somebody said, hey, yo, pause. He's like, man, what the fuck that mean, man? He was just kind of going off like Ghostface. And I kind of appreciated that because I feel like people be taking it too far. But overall, I think the album is good. I think if you're a Ghostface Killer fan, I think it's good, man. I think it's a good hip hop album. Now, I'm not putting it up there with Clip's album. I'm not saying this is album of the year, nothing like that. But if you're a fan of hip hop and you're a fan of Wu-Tang or old Ghostface Killer, I feel like this album is cool to check out. You probably like a couple songs on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a listen, man. And as far as Method Man goes, I do feel like the reason why he doesn't get enough props with the Wu-Tang heads is because he's the most mainstream person. So nobody wants to say their favorite rapper in Wu-Tang Clan is Method Man.
It
makes you sound
always Jizza.
It's always like Jizza or Ghostface or Raekwon, one of them. Nobody ever says you God. Nobody. But it's always some people say Inspector Deck, Capadonna, who there's even debate on if he's actually in Wu-Tang or not because he came a little later. But some people will say Inspector Deck too. Nobody wants to say Method Man because he's mainstream. But no matter what you say, I think he is the most consistent rapper in Wu-Tang, honestly. From his debut to now, he never fell off lyrically. He's very talented. He's a great live performer. And the only knock against him is that his solo albums aren't as good as Liquid Swords or Iron Man or Supreme Clientele or Only Built for Cuban Links. Like his solo albums are not up to that par.
Yeah.
But as far as lyrical ability, like every time I hear him on a verse, he kills it. Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely up there for me. And I just think that's the one knock against him. But basically, the only reason he doesn't get his just due lyrically is because these Wu-Tang nerds, they don't want to pick the popular dude. They want to say it's some one of the more underground members of the group. So
that's like people saying Takeoff. Yeah, Takeoff. They're trying to say Takeoff. He was always the best one.
Yeah.
And that could be true. That could be true. But he was more the low key one. He wasn't like in the spotlight all the time. So everybody else, Takeoff is the best. He was always the better one.
I don't believe anybody because I remember when Migos was really blasting off and everybody was making jokes like Quavo was the Beyonce of the group and that he was going to go solo and be way more successful than everybody else. But then a little later on, suddenly there was this Takeoff fan base that came out of nowhere. Oh, Takeoff always been the nicest one. Oh, Takeoff always been the best one. Wait, where did this come from?
Yeah, and not only that, now they shitting on Quavo.
Yep.
Quavo is the worst one. I'm like, damn. Because I remember back then, they used to always say Offset was the best one, which, he was I think he kind of gets slept on as far as rapping. But I remember this was around the time he was in jail. So they was like, that was always the best one. And then they called Quavo Beyonce pretty much because he was the one in the spotlight and liked to sing. and then the whole left off bad and bougie thing with
Yeah.
off. Man, nobody was giving Takeoff no respect.
The issue with Quavo, I think, what really changed people's perspective is when they all had that era where they released a single album. Like they all did a solo album. Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset. And Quavo had the worst one.
Yeah.
He definitely had the worst album of all those. I think Takeoff had surprisingly possibly the best one.
Yeah.
I think his solo was really good.
Yeah, that's when I was like, because I wasn't anti-Takeoff, but when I heard that one, I'm like, oh, he needed a little more. He needed a little more spotlight. I'm like, he was at that point. I respected him after that album. I think it was called Pluto or something like that.
Yeah, Rocket something maybe.
Rocket Man. I think it was called Rocket.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called. It was
I have to look.
The Last Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called The Last Rocket. And I kind of went into that album not really expecting nothing. And I'm like, damn, this shit kind of hard. I'm like, this is better than I thought it was better than the other ones. So yeah, that's when I kind of was like, all right. Like, nah, he actually all right. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, I think that period of time did the most damage to Quavo and his billing as the Beyonce of Migos, because after that it was never the same.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of Offset, I saw he had an album come out too. I listened to a couple songs on it. I think a few came up on my shuffle, but I didn't actually dial up the album and listen to the whole thing. It's called Kiari. Okay.
Is that his daughter's name or baby's name?
Probably. I know his kids are all named like, you know how Mortal Kombat has the K in every Mortal Kombat, every time they have a C, they put the letter K. So it's like Mortal Kombat Collection with the KOLLEC. So his all his kids have like C names, but they changed the K. They all have K names. Their first kid is named Culture with the K.
Yeah.
And I think they had another one, Kiari maybe is the other one. And speaking of which, I saw Cardi B looks pregnant again.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, pregnant? She's at I don't know. I don't think she made an official announcement, but she was at court. She was at court, and there's a video of her leaving court, and she has to be helped down like a small little flight of stairs by somebody, and she's wearing like a Ninja Turtles type trench coat, a big ass trench coat, and she has that little. She's waddling like she got a big belly that she's trying to hide. So I think she's pregnant again.
Damn. Man.
I don't know if it's Stephon Diggs or somebody else. I don't know whose it is.
Man, if I was a single man out and about, I would not sleep with her, man. It seems like you look at her, she pop up pregnant. Damn. Because she already got 3 kids, right? I think she already got 3 kids.
I believe so. I know she has at least 2. I know her last one she announced when the same day she announced she was divorcing Offset, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, so right now she currently have 3. She have a daughter named Culture, a son named Wave, and a daughter named Blossom.
Wave,
WAVE, and Blossom.
Okay. Now I understand that these kids are not going to be normal kids because they have rich parents. But at some point, you got to deal with, you going to name your kid Wave. You can't be naming your kid some slang that might not be cool 20 years from now, man.
Not only this, I'm looking at their whole name. So Culture Kiari, which I guess that's his daughter's middle name. And the last name is Cephas, Cephus. And Wave, his name is Wave Set, Set. Cephas. And then right here they just got Blossom. So I don't know if they even got a middle name.
Wave Set.
Cephas.
I would say, man, like,
Maybe
can you imagine?
Maybe take a little bit from his dad name, Offset. So Wave Set.
Can you imagine if kids in the 70s and 80s where parents were naming their kids a popular 80s slang and 70s slang? Like, what if there was a kid walking around named Jive? Like, come on, man. You can't be, these people got to walk off and look, there's a possibility that they don't want to be celebrities. That's the thing too. They might just want to be regular people, and you got to walk around. Your name is Wave.
Just imagine if Lil Wave wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer. Dr. Wave Set Cephas.
Yep. I guess that's like basically your parents saying, okay, you have to be a celebrity or some shit at this point. You better be able to rap. All right. We gonna get you in some classes.
No, like I feel like, look, I ain't trying to complain about people how they name their kids, but just get a fucking dog or a cat and just name it that. Like, what's up with Wave? Like, I don't know. I said the same thing about Blue Ivy Carter and Northwest and all that other stuff, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I just never understood it. And I ain't sitting there saying you need to name your kid Larry or some shit, but damn, man, I would at least want to bring my kid in to attempt to have a normal life. Just attempt it. Like, I want to do the Michael Jackson thing and name my kid Blanket or some shit like that.
Yeah, it kind of feels like an ego thing. Like, I kind of feel like they're in a competition to see who has the coolest kid name or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it even sounds weird saying you say, "Come here, Blue Ivy." Come in, like, some of the shit just sounds weird to say. Look, maybe I'm just behind the times. Maybe there'll be a day where all people's names are some weird shit. And we look at names like Ryan and Edward and we're like, that's some dinosaur type shit. Nobody's named Ryan or Edward no more. We all got Wave and Blue Ivy and Willow and all this random bullshit. Everybody's named after flowers now and and weird shit. So
I seen somebody I guess they had a kid named Saint, I think it's Saint.
Yeah, that's Kanye's son, isn't it?
Yeah, Saint, but his last name was Lewis. Lewis. St. Louis.
At least his last name wasn't Patrick. But yeah, that's I don't know. Celebrities or whatever. I mean, they'll be fine. Matt says these kids are fucked for the future, man. What the hell? To be fair, they're not, because they're gonna grow up rich and they're, no matter what they do, they're gonna be set for life. But I do think it's, like I said, they might not want to be in the limelight. They might want to have a regular life. And maybe they have beef with their parents and they go their separate ways, like Hulk Hogan's daughter did. Apparently, she cut Hulk Hogan off and did her own thing. Imagine if her name was Hulk. How she's supposed to separate herself from her dad?
Yeah,
if he gave her some wrestler name.
Yeah, or remember Sierra named her kid with Future.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Don't even think about the fact that you might not end up with the baby daddy. And you have a weird situation where somebody else is raising a kid with the same name as the rap name of your baby daddy. It's weird.
Yeah, that's not even his real name. But like some kids, maybe they might grow up like nobody talks about Will Smith's oldest son, because he had an older son that's not with Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
And I forgot his name, but I think he's some type of, I can't remember if he's like an attorney or something, but he's totally out the limelight. He's not he's not considered famous. He's like he's the opposite of Willow and Jaden.
Yeah. I think Will Smith had him when he was really young, and he's kind of like the forgotten son, I guess. But from what I understand, they have a good relationship. I think it's just he didn't want to be famous.
Yeah,
And I think he was more raised. I mean, I think that was a time when Will Smith, like I said, he was very young and locked into his career. So I doubt he spent a lot of time with that kid. I think he was raised mainly by his mother.
yeah,
And so I think he just wanted to be a normal guy. But I think they have a good relationship. I don't think they have any beef or anything.
yeah.
Unlike if you want to believe Jay-Z's mystery kid, this kid who keeps saying he's Jay-Z's son.
Yeah. So his name Trey Smith.
Trey Smith. Okay. Oh wait, he was actually. Oh, okay. Never mind. What does he do? Does it say?
It don't say.
I wonder what his mother. His mother must be like Asian or something, some exotic mix.
Yes. Cherie Zampino.
92.
I didn't know he was married. Oh, that ain't her. Oh, this is her.
Okay.
I did not know he married that early like that.
What was
that was 90? He was still shooting Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I think he had just started his career. What the fuck? I had this VPN on and it takes me to fucking the Polish Wikipedia.
Yeah, you making sure you like, man, I'm in Poland.
Nah, it's because
I at least got my shit in New York.
It's because sometimes I watch Twitch streams, and the only way to not get any ads at all, basically, is if you set your VPN to a country where it's like illegal to have ads on the internet. Because Twitch has the most ridiculous ads. Sometimes you watch a stream and it's like 3 minutes of fucking ads, man. And it's not like the person stops streaming or talking or whatever. So you gotta fucking really basically the only way to not spend money and have a good time watching a stream is to change your VPN to Poland or some shit like that where they don't have ads. But it is annoying when you're trying to look up shit for the internet. What was Will Smith doing in 92? Did he start? Yeah, he was on the Fresh Prince at that time.
Yeah, he started the Fresh Prince, I want to say in 1990. And I think it went on to like 95 or something like that.
Yeah. So can I see what she looks like? It's not. Oh, Cherie Zampino. Where is she from? Okay, she looks black. She's cute though. Probably was a baddie back in 92.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at it.
Yeah, I didn't know they was married though. Like got married and got divorced in 95. I'm like, damn.
She has a lot of pictures with Jada too. So I guess they were cool.
Yeah, that's the other thing, because remember the show, I think it's the show Half and Half. It was one of them shows. It was based off of their, I think they actually co-produced it. It was based on whatever that show Lisa Ray was on. I think it was the show Lisa Ray was on. And it was produced by Will Smith because it was kind of based off of their life, because I guess they had a really even though they got divorced, they had a really good relationship with everybody, like Jada Pinkett and all that. So I guess they were, all cool with each other, which ain't really surprising knowing that it's Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. But
yeah,
I heard they had a really good relationship where they were all kind of hanging out and all that stuff. I'm like, damn.
I looked up, apparently Trey is a nickname too. The kid's name is Willard Carroll Smith III, which I forgot that Will Smith was not short for William. It was short for Willard.
Or William.
Yeah.
It was William.
It is Willard Smith. Willard Carroll Smith, and he's actually the second. So, okay. Maybe I see why he went and named his kids Willow
Willow.
and
Yeah.
Jaden.
And remember when the name Willow was kind of controversial a little bit. We're
Yeah.
like, yeah, Willow, but that name actually don't sound bad now.
Nah, I mean, it's probably one of the more normal celebrity names. When you look at some shit like what Elon Musk named his kids, like some letters that you can't even pronounce, Xeno, some shit. And it's like, all right, maybe they were actually ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I think it was another I think it was another celebrity. I think it was an actor or actress named their kid Apple.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope at least they got like a bunch of Apple shit. Can you imagine you rocking around with a Windows laptop and your name is Apple? I would make fun of that kid so bad. Like, hey, you ain't repping the set, boy.
Yeah, so Apple is the daughter of Chris Martin, the singer Chris Martin, and Gwen Paltrow.
I forgot they were together.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Her name is Apple Martin.
Wow. That sounds like a very, to be fair, that sounds like a very Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin kid name. So I can't even knock it. And of course, Gwyneth Paltrow, who Nas said was a real nigga. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I never forgot. Every time I meet a Nas fan, I let them know because a lot of them are anti-Jay-Z people and Jay-Z haters, and they want to bring up all the shit Jay-Z done supposedly did. And I'm like, hey, remember when Nas got on camera and said that Gwyneth Paltrow has the N-word pass because she's a real nigga?
Yeah.
They usually shut up at that point. That's something they want to forget. Like, I forget, man.
Man. Yeah, he has some rough times.
Yeah. He never walked that back either, man. Funny enough. And that video's still on the internet. If you look it up, Nas and Gwyneth Paltrow, you'll still see the interview where he says that. Some people get a pass. Every hood got that one white boy. And also he defended Eminem during that whole controversy too with the N-word tapes. So there you go. That's your prophet, your king of rap.
That's your man. That's your man.
Other new music, the album I did listen to actually when it came out, Earl Sweatshirt finally released a new album. It's called Live, Laugh, Love. Some good stuff to put y'all asleep if y'all don't like.
The hoes away.
Yeah, the Scare the Hoes music. Now, look, I bumped the album. I liked it. My only issue is, like with a lot of Earl Sweatshirt projects, it's too short. It's 25 minutes long, man. It's not even, it barely even covers a sitcom episode. It's very short. It's a lot of dope beats on there, but he only gets like one verse in and it's over. And some songs are like half of the song and then it cuts to a minute long sample of some old movie or some shit. Like, what the? So that's the thing that frustrates me. I wouldn't have an issue if Earl dropped more frequently. Like if he dropped an album or a project every year, I wouldn't have a problem with them being pretty short. But you really don't, man. He takes long breaks. He some of these songs he'll have done on tour like 3 years ago, and we're finally getting the actual audio version of it. So I just wish if all his projects got to be so short, I just wish he dropped more consistently.
Yeah.
And that's my main issue. Like Mike, who I also like, he does longer projects and he drops every few months. He's always dropping some music. So he keeps his fan base fed. And Earl likes to starve his people. And it gets frustrating, especially when it's like, oh, finally Earl dropped the album. Oh, 25 minutes later, it's over. So I got to run it back, I guess. I don't know. But
yeah,
I liked it. It's not going to be for everybody, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I actually checked some of it out too. It was one song that I really liked. It was one song that actually had some drums to it. A drum to it.
Gamma, probably. You probably talking about Gamma.
Yeah.
That song is hard.
Yeah. So yeah, I did check that out, but I think I got to be in the right place, right time for it, man. Because even just starting the song off, I was just kind of like, I was just like, damn, it's one of these albums. Because in my mind, like I like Earl Sweatshirt. His first and second, I think he had his first two albums. I thought was hard. Under when he was with Tyler the Creator, I thought that shit was hard, man. I was a fan of Earl Sweatshirt during that time, like a big fan. But yeah, after a while, like it's cool to hear him rapping over Alchemist beats and stuff like that. But after a while, it's just like, man, this dude, like it's already tough listening to these type of beats because it puts you in a down mood a little bit. But then the motherfucker rapping like he half sleep. And like, it sound like he just fucking lazy, just like he just don't give a shit. Where I'm just like, all right, I don't need all this. But yeah, no, I actually do. It's a couple songs I do like on here. And yeah, it was cool, but sometimes in the back of my mind, like, is he gonna put out another like another one of his classic albums out? Like, are we gonna get that, or just those days are over? I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah, like, is he gonna put out another Doris? Or another
I don't like shit. I don't go outside. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, like I wonder if he. Sometimes I'll be thinking like, is he ever gonna go back to that, or it's just straight up the type of shit he do now.
I don't think he's gonna change his style up from what he does now. He's been like 10 plus years deep in this type of rap now. And you got to remember when Earl first got on, I think he started, making albums with Tyler when he was like 16 years old, man. He got on very young. I think he thinks his earlier music is kind of cringe worthy. A lot of juvenile type shit he's talking about in some shock value raps like the whole Odd Future people were talking about back then. But I do think he raised a good point about his level of energy when he raps. I think purposefully he makes it very low energy, but the thing is, when you go see him live, he actually sounds a lot better live. Because number one, there's no backing track, it's just the beat. And he actually raps with like actual delivery in his voice. He actually sounds more energetic, and he sounds great live. But then you hear the album version, and it's like, it's like, man, could you up it a little bit? I'm not saying you got to get the party bumping, but
yeah, motherfucker mumbling and shit, man.
Yeah,
Marble mouth. I'm like, damn. Like, it's not like
annoying.
Got this shit together.
It's annoying because he does songs where he's not like that. Like he'll do a song like 2010 and he's actually rapping coherently and you can hear him and I'm like, okay, he's back now. And he'll drop a song a few months later that's just the mumble shit again. It is frustrating because you know that he could do more and it kind of feels like he's purposefully obscuring his lyrics and having a low energy delivery. And I'm not a fan of it, honestly. I wish, usually you hear the live version of a song and you're like, I can't wait to hear the album version. And you hear the album version and it's still good. With him, it's like you'll hear the live version and you can't wait to hear the album version, and the album version sounds way worse. And you're like, damn, I'm gonna keep the live version I got on YouTube in my rotation instead because I don't like this studio version of the song. So the funny thing about him is he's been doing a press run for this album. Like I've seen him on several interviews doing a bunch of stuff, which was kind of surprising. But no, I guess it's good that he's getting out there. But I don't know if this would be the project that I would do a press run for, honestly. I thought with him hyping it up and doing all these interviews, I thought it was going to be more. At least I thought it was going to be longer, and it was very short. So,
yeah, what's the album? Like, let's say somebody never listened to Earl Sweatshirt. What's the album you'll point to? Be like, hey, you want to get into Earl Sweatshirt? Listen to this.
I would say some rap songs. Now, I think that's his best album. even though I didn't like it at first because it was so different from what he did before. I
Yeah.
think if you're gonna enjoy anything he does since then, you have to start with that album. And if you don't like it, you just don't like him because he's kind of stayed with that type of style of music ever since that album came out. So, yeah, I would say some rap songs definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I ain't
But
realized, man. So he released Doors back in 2013.
yeah, a long time ago, man.
Damn, he's been around for a long time.
Yep, I don't think he's even 30 yet, man. I think he's how old is he? He's like 28 or some shit. Let me see. He was born in 1994, man. He is actually he's 31. Never mind. He's still 30. Barely 30. He's 31, so
damn.
Yeah.
Shit,
been around for a while, man.
34.
Yep.
Damn.
Time going by, man.
I know. I guess I don't know if this is accurate or not. I know. I guess he was born in Chicago. And I guess maybe somewhere at some point he moved to LA. But I know he's born in Chicago.
Yeah, he I don't know when he moved to LA. But yeah, I didn't know either. He's from Chicago apparently.
He was born I guess his mom's was a law professor and a critical race theorist.
His dad was like some kind of politician in Africa or some shit like that.
Yeah, South Africa.
Yeah. And he had passed away, I want to say like 10 something years ago. And that's after that, that's what inspired some rap songs, the album. And a lot of the songs on there are about that. So
damn.
Been around for a while, man. All the youngins we grew up with, all the youngins, people 10 years ago were saying they was a little baby in the game. They're the old heads now, man.
Yeah. My favorite is bringing up Chief Keef. Like that motherfucker felt like he been around for so damn long, and that nigga only 30 years old. he just turned 30. I think last week. Like he been around since when did that song come out? Don't like. Damn.
2012, I think.
Damn.
I want to say Don't Like came out in like 2012. I can check it on you. Yeah, July 30th, 2012.
Man, it seemed like he had, I don't want to call it a run, but he been around just ever since then, from at least till to 2020. And it just seemed like it felt like he was older than what he was. And now we in 2025, the nigga just hit his 30th. I'm like, damn.
Yep. He's another one that started off really young, man. It's also funny how people still call rappers young when they're in their 30s. I mean, that is young by people age, but that's not young in music age. A$AP Rocky been killing me with this because first he called Lucky. He called Lucky, one of these young rappers who's up in the game, still doing it. These new rappers. Lucky been around since I want to say 2014, man. He's been around for like 10 years now. He's been around for so long that people think he fell off.
Yeah.
So he's definitely not a newer rapper. He's gotten more famous recently, but he's not a new rapper. He's been in the game for a long time. I think he's been releasing music since he was 16. So he's somebody. He's not a new rapper. He also called Jid a new rapper, and Jid is 34.
Yeah.
These are not the young. These are not the new generation. All right. That is something removed. The new generation is people who are like 18, 19, 20, 21 and doing music right now. It's not the 30 or almost 30-year-old rappers.
Yeah. I kind of found myself doing that too. Because whenever somebody say, "Oh, what kind are you listening to any newer music or younger music?" And I'll be ready to go to like, "Oh yeah, Lil Baby," and I'm like, Lil Baby is not Lil Baby is not one of these young rappers now, man. It's crazy to say because it seems like he is still kind of new or newer, but motherfucker been around since like 2015, 2016. So it's like, man, nah, he ain't a young one in the game now, man. Like he ain't the young. You hear a lot of older people too, like listening to certain people talk music, and you could tell they not really tapped in because the first thing they go to, yeah, man, because you know some people, these younger cats listen to people like Lil Baby, and I'm like, Lil Baby is old at this point, man.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers ain't listen to Lil Baby in like 5 or 6 years. Like, nah, like niggas is on to something else now.
Yeah, some underground shit now, man. Usually the rappers that are popular with the younger people are generally rappers we haven't heard of or haven't bumped heavy. People like Ken Carson are really big right now. Destroy Lonely. Playboy Cardi is somebody people bring up as a new rapper as well. This dude almost 30 years old, man. He's not a young rapper anymore. He's not a new rapper.
Long time too.
He's been Doc. He done reinvented his sound like 4 times now. He done switched his fan bases like 5 times. Every fan base thinks he fell off after a certain point. These are not new rappers at this point, man.
Yeah. Who are the new rappers? I know we read that.
The new rappers give the XXL list.
Yeah.
I saw somebody. I see these names, and I guess it's a new popular thing to have a long name with no spaces in between it, like Baby Chief Do It.
Yeah.
Prada Bag Shouty.
Yeah.
These names with no spaces. And I'm like, how do people even find this music, man? Do you have to write the whole name in the fucking Spotify?
Yeah, Glock 40 Spaz. We talked about Laser Dim 700.
Yeah. Skrilla is a very popular one right now, too.
Who is?
Skrilla.
Skrilla,
his music is fucking like I like it because it's different. It don't sound like nothing else nobody's putting out, but it's crazy music, man. It's basically very slow beats and a nigga not rapping on it at all. It's kind of like he sounds like Old Dirty Bastard, but less lyrical and more drunk.
Yeah,
but he's very popular right now.
Yeah, it's funny. So I Googled new rappers, and these are the rappers that popped up. These ain't even new rappers. I think Google or whatever this AI shit on Google is need to switch it up. They got Glorilla.
Come on.
Doechii, which I guess you could consider her a new artist. That Mexican OT. They got Yeet, Big X the Plug, Sexy Red, Central C, Lotto, and they still got Lil Baby on here, man. They still got Lil Baby on here.
Even I guess Yeet still counts. Yeet has been dropping a lot of music that he don't feel new anymore. But I guess I would count him in there too. So
yeah.
But yeah, these, whenever anybody talks about this new generation, they don't talk about Yeet. They talk about these Lil Baby and Lil Durk. Like, those are not new rappers, man. All right, they kind of old heads at this point.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody says Lil Durk, when you talk about the new generation of rappers, I'm like, all right, you're not tapped in anymore, Unc. Go back home, sit down.
Yeah. Look, we talked about Laser Dim 700.
Yep.
Star Bands.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know that. Nino Paid.
Don't know who that is.
Samara
don't know who that is.
Gee,
come on, man. Shay. A lot of women on this list. I wonder if it's they had a mandate. Dog, did you see that picture that ESPN put out and then they had to delete?
What was it?
It was like a picture of I guess, one of those art pieces of ESPN and sports and everything. And they had like all the legends, all the people playing right now. LeBron, all the big sports players and all the big sports people, and people got mad because there was like in this art piece there was like 8 WNBA players and like 3 baseball players. I think they had Otani, Aaron Judge, and one other dude, and they had like half the WNBA was in this picture. I'm like, come on, man. They deleted it, I guess, because the pushback got a little too rough, and all the conservative people were trying to, do their thing with it and say, "Oh, woke media, all this stuff."
Yeah, look at them trying to push the WNBA on us.
They had like Angel Reese front and center of that bitch, man. I'm like, come on, man. I understand Angel and Caitlyn being on the list. We didn't need 9 WNBA players, dog. Come on, man. You done took off somebody, a fucking all-star NBA player for that shit. But all right.
Man, that's wild.
Mellow, but see, all these women, Too Hollis, a gay rapper. See, this is the very agenda-driven list, maybe.
I'm looking at some of this shit too, because like right here it said for fans of, I guess if you're a Matt Miller fan, Earl Sweatshirt. I guess maybe that's her.
I have a feeling she don't sound nothing like Earl Sweatshirt, man. Lexa Gates, Molly Santana. The list is 90% women. Mellow Bucks, Too Hollis. Too Hollis is terrible, by the way. I heard some of his songs. Yeah, I don't all this. He's like a fake Playboy Cardi, but worse.
Oh shit! I thought that was a woman right there.
Nah, he's a guy. I think he's openly gay, but I don't fuck with his music, man. I think it's terrible. Baby Chief, do it. Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm coming around to Baby Chief, do it. I think I heard a couple songs. I think it was somebody else, but I heard a freestyle. I'm like, okay. I was kind of down with it. I ain't go to his playlist or nothing, but I was like, all right, I kind of like that.
I don't know if I've heard his music yet. I gotta dip in. Maybe I gotta give it a chance. Come on, what is his name? 1 a.m. Or is it just 1 a.m. You gotta ignore one of the ones?
Yeah,
motherfuckers getting too artistic with these names, man.
Yeah.
Look, for fans of Xavier So Based. See, all these names are the fucking same. I guess this might be better than Lil whatever.
Yeah,
but it's getting annoying, man.
Yeah, this is the new wave of these type of names. Baby Drill.
Glock 40 Spaz. Nat Spin, I don't like him either. He's also popular, another white rapper. His music is just not for me. Von off 1700. What the fuck? I feel like this feels like gamer tag names, man.
It feels like a username.
It feel like when you hop on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, these are the names you see. Baby Osama. I think I've heard of. No, I've heard of Osama Son or Osa Mason, whoever that is. I haven't heard of Baby Osama.
Jello.
Yeah, come on, man.
Get out of here. No. All right. It's time to go.
Benji Blue Bills. See, man, Lil Russell, Edward Skeletrix. Yeah, I think it's time for me to hang it up. OT7 Quanny. Okay, I'm getting my unk on. I'm in unk mode again. Fuck it.
Yeah, y'all got it.
Y'all got it.
Yeah. It's funny because people always ask me what I'm listening to and all that shit. I think I got to the point where people could tell me, "Oh, you gotta check this out." I'm like, all right, I ain't checking nothing out. I'm listening to the same shit to the day I die. I can't tell you the last new artist. I'm like, ooh, let me check this artist out. Let me check. I don't know. For some reason, I just haven't been in the mood, man.
I mean, sometimes the algorithm will push a song from a newer rapper to me that I like, but generally that's the only song I like from them. And when I hear other music, I'm like Ken Carson, for example. I like a few Ken Carson songs, I don't like listening to a album of Ken Carson music. I think it's too much. The beats are just too much fucking noise. It don't sound like any kind of hip hop rhythm inspired shit. And Destroy Lonely the same way. There's a few Destroy Lonely songs I like, but I cannot listen to a whole project of just him. So as far as checking out new artists and being fans of them, those days are over for me. I think I'm locked into who I like, and I will dip my toe into the new shit, but I'm not gonna fucking go like what Gilly the Kid and Wallow try to say. I only bump the new rappers. Oh, I don't bump none of that old shit. I only bump the new rappers. And then Will Smith come on the show. They know the fucking songs from the 80s word by word. They don't know any of these new rapper songs at all. But
Yeah,
I'm done with trying to be down with the kids, man. Those days are over. They got it.
I just look at them like y'all got it, man. I take your word for it.
Yep. Sometimes from the name you're not gonna like the person. You know, like OT7 Quanny. I don't think I'm gonna like anything he's on, man. Something about that name tells me that music is not for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think the newest music I've been listening to be honest, I don't even know if it's considered new now, but I listen to a lot of Detroit rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Who I listen to? I listen to like Vezo.
I swear,
yeah. I listen to a couple of Detroit rappers. But
I like Babytron. I like Babytron from Detroit. I like Babytron. He actually dropped a new album a few weeks ago, and Luka Tronchic's too.
Yeah,
I like Babytron.
Yeah, I got some Babytron here. I like Babyface Ray, Babyface E.
Yeah.
It's a couple New York rappers. Not New York, but Detroit rappers I like. So that's probably as far as I go when it comes to just some new music. I like Crispy Life Kid. Who else? Yeah, like a lot of like I came to love or came to like the Detroit style of rapping.
Yeah.
So, outside of that though, man, I'm just like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah. And I mean, I work out, so I do like high energy music. So I do like artists like Yeet. I got a lot of Yeet in the playlist, man. Anybody who's making high energy rap, I'll usually fuck with. But in general, yeah, I'm kind of tapped out of the new generation, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it is telling that, you know, I think even a few years back, we knew the general hip hop listener knew of the up and coming artists. And now it's like, even people who are tapped in, you haven't heard of any of these people.
Yeah.
Even if some of the more famous among the young people, we don't hear their music anywhere. They're not in any kind of TV shows or commercials or music videos we don't see because it's not on our YouTube algorithm. So it's like they don't exist to old people who are like, not even old, but like 30 and up people. This music does not exist to you. But if you're 18 to 25, that's probably all you get fed.
Yeah. And I feel like that part is kind of a struggle too, because let's say I did want to find the newest artists out there. I don't even know where to go, because it's not like they doing interviews or you got MTV jams or anything like that. And they definitely don't play it on the radio. So it's like, how do I even find this shit? You really got to dig and search to see what people listen to. I guess using your music stream service, you could probably find one person and then they could kind of refer you to people that's similar to them. But outside of that, man, they kind of be, I want to say underground, where you got to hear word of mouth. Sometimes I'll be in a bar or something like that, and you'll hear a song, you be like, what's that? But outside of that, man, it seems like they don't really be promoting themselves like that.
Yeah, well, it's just hard to, I guess, get your music heard by everybody now. Because remember, there's certain artists where when they first hit, everybody knew who they were. Nelly, DMX, 50 Cent, especially 50 Cent. When 50 Cent first dropped his first real mainstream album, Get Rich or Die Trying, everybody knew who he was instantly, man. Instantly, everybody knew who he was. And we haven't really seen that since, maybe Drake was the last one where when he first hit, everybody kind of knew who he was. But really in the past like 10 years, I can't think of anybody who came out and had an instant impact with young and old alike, where they all at least had heard of them and knew one song by them.
Yeah.
So it's wild, man. I kind of feel for these new artists where it kind of feels like their popularity is kind of capped in a way. You can only get so famous in this streaming era right now. And unless you get Rock Nation maybe managing you somehow, I don't know if it's going to work out.
Yeah, and honestly, that shit don't be working out like that, man. It's some younger, and I don't want to say younger artists, but low tier artists, more independent artists that went over there, it just didn't work out right. So it seemed like, I don't want to call it gatekeeping, but it seemed like it's only reserved for a certain type of artists, where once you get in, then you're going to get all the unnecessary promotion that we all looking for. Now we getting all this Doechii ads and all that shit. It's just like nobody fucking asked for that. Like, who's sitting there saying put that Doechii on, man?
Yeah.
And I hate when people say that, by the way, but like it seemed like you start seeing more ads with Doechii. I keep seeing this T-Mobile ad, I think, with Doechii. It seemed like, I don't know, they just put her in the club and she's just all over the place, where you be like, man, it kind of make you not like the artist. Where it's just like, man, this artist ain't even all that. But it seemed like that's kind of reserved for a certain amount of people.
Yeah, and whenever I see the Doechii push, I get reminded of how they tried this with Megan Thee Stallion and it didn't work. Like, I think Megan Thee Stallion is talented and she's a good rapper. Same with Doechii. Doechii's a good rapper. She's talented. But I think people can smell when something is fake in being pushed, and you'll get pushed back because of that. Like, I didn't need to see Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk. Like, what the fuck was that about? I'm sure Doechii gonna end up in the new Avengers movie somehow. She's gonna end up in some Star Wars shit or something. You'll be like, what the fuck is Doechii doing here? And this push is like, it's better for it to be organic. It's better for people to actually, like Cardi B. Say what you want about Cardi B. When that Bodak Yellow hit, that was a movement, man. Everybody, white and black girls were going crazy over that song, dog.
Honestly, Quiet as it kept, I forgot what mixtape that was, Gangsta Bitch Volume, whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, I remember seeing people in person playing that song. I went over somebody's house just to kind of visit, and they had like a little kickback, a little get together, and they were playing that mixtape. They were just like, man, her shit hard for real though. I'm like, y'all, and I just know her from Love and Hip Hop. And I'm like, y'all really sitting here playing this shit? Like, come on, man. Y'all really playing somebody from Love and Hip Hop. And everybody was dead serious, man. So at that point, I'm like, okay, she might be the one to actually make it big from Love and Hip Hop. Because at that point, nobody really made it big from Love and Hip Hop like that. But I'm like, she might be the one, because it's not just a fake ass promos and all that shit, try to act like everybody listening, but nobody showing up to the show. People was really entertained by her. They was entertained by her outside of the music. But then that music was actually good. Then that helped out a lot, man.
Yeah, it has to feel like the people chose you. When it feels like the industry chose you, that doesn't work for rap, I don't think. It might work for a pop star, it might work for anybody else, but in rap, it has to feel like the people chose you. even when it's an industry push, like 50 Cent, for example. 50 Cent was signed to Interscope. He was getting beats from Dr. Dre. He was getting featured by Eminem. There was really no chance he could fail, but it still felt like that was an organic rise to the top that he had, because everybody was playing Get Rich or Die Trying when it came out. Everybody had a copy of that album. Anywhere you go, no matter what race, it seemed like every young person had a copy of that album, man. Every party you go to, you hear 50 Cent music. So it felt like the people chose him. And when it gets to people like Doechii and Megan Thee Stallion, you don't hear nobody, like you said, asking for their music to be played. You don't hear nobody bumping their music outside. It feels like the industry said, hey, you guys need to like these people now because they got next.
Yeah. It's, to me, I feel like even with Meg, I say with Meg, like I think her music is dope. I like Meg, but I don't know if Meg is that type of girl that's like a superstar next to Beyonce type. It's okay to have a respectable career to just sell, just sell to your core fans, like your core fans. And this is why, like, shout out to Ken the Man, my homegirl.
Yeah.
She, friend of the show too. She got like a core audience fan, like an underground audience fan, like audience, where she's not right there with Megan Thee Stallion as far as like fame, but in the streets, it's like, oh, everybody like Ken the Man. She's not, she's not in the commercials and all that shit. But when I went to her show back in December, and that shit was jam packed. I might have undersold her a little bit because I'm like, man, it's probably ain't gonna be a bunch of people in here. But that shit was sold out to the point I didn't even have a good, comfortable spot in there. I'm like, damn. And it's okay to be that type of artist. It just seemed, to me, I felt like Meg would be that type of artist, that kind of, low tiered, like just an artist from the South that just be making some ratchet shit. And, some of the ratchet girls like it. It seemed like they just took that and tried to put her next to Beyonce and Cardi B and just said, yeah, she's right there. And meanwhile, she just, it's only a select few that like her music. I don't think she's that type of artist. And that's, maybe I don't want to say that's not fair on her part, but maybe her lane is just kind of stick with this little piece of fans and just cater to them and just create that fan base. Be that artist who you really don't hear from that much, but out here racking a bunch of money by just doing these shows in these smaller towns that really like her music, instead of just forcing it on the whole world where, people kind of get irritated. Yeah,
be Currency. Currency got a good career, man, and he don't gotta deal with the pressures and of being Jay-Z or some whatever, Kendrick or Drake or anybody like that. He can do his own thing, cater to his own audience, do his own shows, and still get good numbers from it and have a good life. Not everybody's gonna be Cardi, not everybody's gonna be Nicki. It's just not possible. But I'm with you. I think if you just cater to your fan base, give them music and stop trying to force a viral pop hit every time you drop an album, you'll have a good career, man. There's nothing wrong with just being that type of artist instead of trying to be the next Nicki or Lil Kim, whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah. Nah, I think that's what kind of messed up with Meg. And I think they probably gonna end up doing that with Doechii too, because let's be real, she had kind of like a viral. I felt like her discovery was viral, like where all of a sudden just came out of nowhere, where you like, who is this person? And it's just like, oh, this person is a big deal, but you can't even name like a song. The one song she do got that's playing everywhere is that Anxiety song. And that wasn't even her beat. That they just dug that up and it just went viral, and they just rolling with it. So I feel like they trying to have that same push to kind of make her bigger than what she is. And it's just like, man, that's set up to fail. And that's when you start seeing shit like, oh, her album only sold 10K the first weekend. It's just like, man, maybe she's not that arena type of artist or stadium tour type of artist. Maybe just give her a little spot in the House of Blues and just kind of cater to the people that really like her.
Yeah, no, I agree. Nothing wrong with that level of success, man, level of fame. But yeah, I think she's I don't know what's going on with her, man. I know the whole thing with Tori was kind of fucked up with her too. So yeah, it's
because she just remember she was, I think I just seen something where she was doing you talk about Meg. I thought she was talking about Doechii.
Oh no, I was mixing them up too.
Okay.
But
yeah, but Doechii, she I seen that she had a festival and ended up canceling it for some reason. And people were speculating, saying maybe it was because the low sales and all that stuff. And then I think they upped her, I don't know if her Spotify listens or whatever, and tried to say, oh, it started here, now it's way down there. And they try to, point at bots with TDE and all that shit. But sometimes it's like, man, sometimes you just got to stay low and build, man. Like it's not. I would love to have a Currency type of career where you're not really in the spotlight as much. You just kind of cater to your fans. Hell, he still be rolling around in New Orleans like it's nothing. He got this little clothing store in New Orleans. I actually went to it. I thought it was kind of dope. I would love to have that type of career. Just call it a day. You ain't got to be next to Beyonce all the time or in the same category as Beyonce.
Yeah, and I think the streaming numbers fuck people up too, because I think they don't indicate how big a person's fan base really is. Because, for example, I think YouTube started announcing metrics for artists and how many listens and streams they got, and they had a list, and Doechii was like at the top. And people were like, wait a minute, how's Doechii above Drake and Kendrick and all these other rappers and everybody else? And it turned out that they were including music used in shorts, like the TikTok type thing. So people were just using the music from Anxiety probably as background music for a different video. And they counted that as people actually listening and looking for Doechii music, when it's like really you're just going through YouTube shorts and you hear the song in a little video that had nothing to do with Doechii.
Yeah.
That's not a listener. That's not a fan of Doechii. That's somebody who just accidentally heard the song and will never go back to it.
Or it's just a content creator who just using a viral song.
Yes.
Get more views, which is what a lot of people do. Sometimes I kind of do it. Like whenever I post a video on Instagram or something like that, I will look and see the trend, the videos or the audio that's trending up. And I don't give a damn about that song. I would just use it because it's trending up. And if people search that song, they can find other people that use that audio. So it has nothing to do with people actually wanting the song.
Yeah, so they booked these stadiums because they're like, hey, you got these millions of listeners on YouTube and Spotify. Then you got to cancel it because nobody showed up because they're not actually fans of your music. So Matt on YouTube says 100% I remember In the Club was played at my high school prom and everyone was into it and dancing. Yeah, that song had the country to a chokehold, man. That song, I honestly don't like it because of how it played out. I liked it when I first heard it. Yeah. Now I really hate it.
I hate how popular it got to the point. I feel like that's one of those songs that white people took just because now it's like when you hear that song, you at a white club. It's just like a low hanging fruit if it's somebody's birthday.
To be fair, I don't think white people took that song because I feel like it was kind of made for them. It was made to be a catchy white people song. If you think about it, go shawty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday, and we don't give a fuck it ain't your birthday. That's not like that sounds like you trying to make a what's it called? It Takes Two or some shit. Like just some poppy song. What I think a song I think white people took from us was Gangsta's Paradise. I feel like they took that song from us, man. I don't think that was meant to be a white people song. I think that was of somebody talking about living in the hood, and people they just took it because it sounded catchy and had a catchy hook.
Yeah.
But I can't say white people took gangs in the club because I feel like it was kind of made for them.
Yeah,
We
I
had
feel like
our singles were different. Our singles we had like Wangsta and What Up Gangsta, or yeah,
I
those
just
were
feel
songs for
like a lot of
us.
black people was. I feel like a lot of black people loved in the club, man, because it was cool. It was actually cool to play. Now you will get cussed out if you put on in the club now. And
True.
yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe white people tired of it too, but I feel like, man, I just feel like now when you hear that song, we in a white club somewhere, and everybody turning up to it.
Yeah, or you might be at a Texans game because you
Yeah.
got the whole partnership going on. So,
Yeah.
Matt says, "Go ahead."
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was reading. I'm gonna read his comments in order. He said, "It feels like forcing someone into the public and seeing where the fans are versus building it organically and letting your fans find you naturally." Yeah, and to be fair, now somebody has to push you for people to find you, generally, but it does have to feel like the song is blowing up because people everywhere are listening to it. It can't just be the labels pushing this song. That's why everybody's hearing it. It's got to feel like everybody likes this song. That's why it's getting so big. And that's where we're kind of been missing with these newer rappers lately.
Yeah.
And Matt also said, sorry, all right, sorry, Fig. As a white man, I like accept I'm part of the problem within the club. Nah, man, look, I think that was y'all's song too. I think he was trying to make a popular party song for everybody with that song. I don't think white people took it from us. I can't say that. but Gangsta's Paradise, y'all 100% took from us, man. That was not meant for y'all. Just because it was in a Michelle Pfeiffer movie doesn't mean y'all own the song now. Y'all took that shit. Y'all colonized Coolio.
Yeah. Let me
forget.
Hey, since we here, let me go through some songs. Let me know if you feel like white people took these songs. All right.
Go ahead.
Michael Jordan, this is how we do it. Do you feel like white people actually robbed us of that song?
No, because that's still a very popular black people song. Really? I can't say they took that. Dog, if you put that song on, it still gets everybody hyped up in the party. It's not like in the club where everybody just like, ugh. People still get hyped to This Is How We Do It. So nah, I can't say they took that one.
All right. What about I don't know if I feel like this was white people's song from the beginning, but Hey Y'all for Andre 3000 Outkast.
That was another song I feel was
from the beginning.
Yes. And I think dog, people were trying to on Twitter recently, people were trying to argue that it was actually a good song. I hated that song from the minute I heard it, man. I never liked that song. I liked the video. I thought the video was cool. I thought the song was terrible. I think even Andre didn't like the song when he first made it, but he just knew it was going to be a hit. But that's one I think was kind of made for them, man. I gotta be honest. I don't think that was made for us ever. I never heard people, even before it became a huge hit, when the album first came out, I never heard nobody say, put that Hey Y'all on. Everybody was just keeping it on the Big Boy album. Nobody even wanted to touch the Andre part.
All right.
So,
what about this one? Usher, yeah. They robbed us for that one, man. I say here, they robbed. I was at high school when this song came out.
Me
and
too.
It was not considered like a cheesy ass wedding song or anything like that. Now, like you can't just put that song on and expect everybody to be boogieing. I think they robbed us for that one. That was not considered. That was not supposed to be a crossover song or white people type of song.
I'm wondering.
Remember, this was during the time where the crunk era was happening.
Yeah.
So this was the sound. This was a Lil Jon sound.
Yeah, but I think again, I have to think because Lil Jon was also very popular at this time, and he had a lot of hits. Just the beat itself, it didn't sound like it sounded like a pop song, man. It didn't sound like a song that we fucked with first and then just got it like Bodak Yellow type shit, man. Like Bodak Yellow is a black people song that crossed over somehow. This song has always felt like super, yeah, to me, it's always felt like just some super poppy mainstream music type beat. And Lil Jon has some beats where it sounds more, the stuff he did with like Yin Yang Twins. Like he
Yeah.
has some more shit that was made for like black people club and dance music. Yeah, to me, always sounded like he was trying to be on some mainstream type shit. So I can't really say they stole that one, but I do get what you mean.
Yeah, I would have to disagree with you on that one, man. I remember being in the high school, and I went to an all black high school, and them girls was going crazy over this song. First of all, it's Usher.
That's the main thing, man. It's Usher.
Yeah, but just that song in the video. I had no idea. If you told me during that time it was going to be considered a pop song later on in life, I would have been like, nah. But yeah, I don't know. I disagree with that one.
I don't know, man, because I feel like from the get-go, that was a mainstream white people song. I don't remember a time when we only liked it and then it blew up. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. But I feel like from the second I heard that song on the radio, it was a massive hit everywhere, it seemed like. Yeah, but I could be wrong.
I just think about everybody trying to do the A-Town stomp. and Ludacris coming out of nowhere. But I got a couple more for you.
Now I have one for you since we're on the Lil Jon topic. Did they take Get Low from us? Would you consider that?
I'm gonna say yes.
I would agree with that one because I do feel like that was and I think partially the Dave Chappelle type shit really blew it up too. But I do think that was one that was made for us and got taken. Get Low. Yeah, I will say that one was taken from us.
All right. What about this one? Nelly, Hot in Here. Do you feel like they kind of took that one?
Yeah. But then again, like it was Neptune's beats. They were already making crossover pop type music. So it's hard to say they took it, but I can kind of go with it.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to some controversial ones, some old school ones. All right.
All right.
This one's gonna hurt. Earth, Wind, and Fire, September. Do you feel like they took that one?
Yes. Yeah, they did. Because usually
I hear this song at every single wedding I work at, and most of them are white weddings. This damn near be the first song they play, and I'm like, man, every time this song come on now, I kind of cringe a little bit. I change it. I don't really, and I used to love this song.
It's objectively a great song, man.
I just can't hear it no more, man.
No, they did take that because the thing is, when you go to a cookout type or a family reunion type event, and we got a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire music on the playlist, like several songs at least. This is the only Earth, Wind, and Fire song you'll hear at a white party, man. It's always this one song and nothing else. So
you know white people took it when Taylor Swift did a cover to this.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yes, they took September. Yes, they did. I can't even front with that one. 100% they did.
All right, I'm gonna rapid fire through these one real quick. We ain't gotta stay on this long, but Stevie Wonder, Superstition, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Temptations, My Girl, and Kool and the Gang, Celebration. Did they take all of those joints?
They took Celebration. The other ones are questionable. Celebration they 100% took. I can't even hear that song without cringing now. Celebrate good times. And it's a good song.
Rip, man.
I hate when good songs become bad because of the context they're used in now. And that's a good song, man, but I can't listen to it more. Now it's cringy to me. And so yeah, they took Celebration. The other ones, I don't think they took. I don't know about those. The Marvin Gaye one. What was the Marvin Gaye one you said?
Ain't no mountain high enough.
I don't think they took.
They might have took that one.
Dog, when I hear that song, I just think of fucking Remember the Titans. That's the main thing I think of with that song, man. Now look, I think what Marvin Gaye song did they take? Sexual Healing, maybe?
Sexual Healing.
Yeah, I think they might, because that's been using a lot of comedies and shit, and now you think of corny stuff now.
That song became a parody, man. Like you can't even listen to that song and take it serious now. just imagine if I put that song on right now. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? You gonna start laughing, man. And that song, you want to make love to that song.
Yeah, it's another good song that got ruined, man. So no, they took Sexual Healing without a doubt.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, man. I don't want to harp on this all day long. I gotta go through the white songs that we took.
Go ahead.
This accurate. I feel like we robbed people of Phil Collins in the night, in the air tonight.
Kind of, but they still love that song, man. Here's the thing. When they take our songs, it ruins it for us. But when we take their songs, they still love the songs. So I can't say we took. I mean, we did take it, but we share that song now. I would say I don't think we took anything. We share the song now, an appreciation for Phil Collins in that song.
Yeah. What about Journey's "Don't Stop Believing"? I feel like they kind of took that song recently. I feel like recently because I felt like kind of lately they play that shit in the club a lot, man, and not no just random ass club like a black club. I feel like as a recent they kind of took that Journey song.
Now I want to ask a question, but I don't want to seem racist when I ask it. But I just want to actually know, I'm generally curious, do white people get sick of songs? Because Don't Stop Believing is like the in the club for white people. It has been played everywhere. People know the song word for word everywhere you go. Every bar, every white function you go to is going to play Don't Stop Believing. And they all seem like they're into it, like it's the first time they've heard the song. And I'm like, do y'all not get sick of y'all songs? I get sick of a lot of music. But it seems like that's just one of those songs that people just never get sick of. And I don't get it. Because it's a good song. Journey and Steve Perry are incredible artists. But that song has been played to death. And even when it was played in Sopranos, I'm surprised people didn't get disgusted by that. Like, oh God, this song for the last scene. But they loved it. So I just wonder if they get sick of music the way we do.
Yeah. I got a couple more real quick. We robbed the white people blind to this one. Hall and Oates, I Can't Go For That, and Sarah Smile.
Yeah.
Clean robbery. It was a clean robbery, man. Like to the point, my wife didn't even know they were black. I mean, they didn't know they were white. I actually showed her the video for Sarah Smiles, and she was just like, "What?" She thought it was black, some black people. We robbed them clean with that one. Hall and Oates.
Yeah. Now, I would say, I think even the thing is, man, even back in the day, Hall & Oates got a lot of play on black stations.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like crossover artists from the beginning because they were kind of funk-based R&B type sound. So I can't really say we took that, but we definitely, and that's another song we share. One question I have, do you think we took Bobby Caldwell from them in general?
100%. 100%, man. Hey, in words to Funk Master Flex, when he said, go in the nearest convenience store, put your hand in the cash register. That's exactly what we did for that song, man. Like, nah, this is we strong. We ain't even robbing with a gun. We just came in, just went in their pockets and took the song. Yeah, 100%, man.
We had a racial draft and we just took him, man.
Yeah, we like, nah, this us, this mine now. What Debo say? He said, when Red asked for his bike, he said, "What bike?
What bike?"
He said, what song?
Nah, we took Bobby Caldwell 100% to the point that people still to this day don't know he's white. So, yeah, we definitely took Bobby Caldwell, but yeah, that's a very good tangent we went on, man. That's actually an interesting topic of songs that we took and songs that white people took from us. So a lot of controversial picks, but I agree in general with most of them.
Yeah, I think about that shit all the time. Like, I think another one white people took. I just thought about this one. Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
That song you can't play. Like, no, and I don't know any black person that's just throwing that song on. Out of all Biggie songs, ain't nobody throwing that song on. But you hear that at a party and white people go crazy.
Yeah, and I honestly, I was never a big fan of that song in general. Even when it first came out, I appreciate it more now because I realized the technical stuff that Biggie was doing on that song was crazy. But in general, I just never liked the song. I never liked the beat, really. I thought the video was cheesy, and it got overplayed to death back when the fucking, especially after Biggie died. When Biggie died, that song was fucking everywhere, man. I couldn't take it anymore. But looking back, I actually appreciate it more now. But yeah, I will say that's a must in the white people party hip hop playlist. It's gonna be there. Hypnotized 100% gonna be there.
Yeah, that was actually my shit when I was a kid, man. I used to love that song. And that was around the time like I wanted. So I ended up getting remember back in the day we used to have those buy all of these albums for 10 cents and all that shit.
Yes.
Had different shit like that. And so my mom was down for getting some albums, so she let me pick some. So the one I picked was Ready to Die, Biggie Ready to Die. And I thought that song was going to be on there, but it wasn't on there. So I was very upset. I didn't realize it was on the other album, the Born Again. His second album.
Yeah.
But
or Life After Death.
No, Life After that was Life After Death. Yep. But Ready to Die is the one I ended up getting. And I was so upset that song wasn't on there. So we only had to hear it on the radio or on music video. But I used to like that song back in the day. I remember everybody playing that song. But now it's just like it's cringy every time you hear that song now.
Sidebar, and I know we've gotten way deep in the fucking weeds now. I hate one problem that we used to have back in the day that I'm very happy does not exist anymore. Songs that you would hear that were hit singles that weren't on any album. For example, the One More Chance remix was not on Ready to Die. It was not on any album.
Yeah,
I think that eventually they had a deluxe edition like 10 years after the album came out and they put it on finally. But dog, that song was a huge hit. And when you went to go buy Ready to Die, you saw One More Chance was on it. You go buy it, and the song is completely different when you listen to it.
Yes,
because it was a remix of the song. Which how is it even a fucking remix, man? It's not about the same shit, and the beat's different, and the lyrics are different. Diddy really done fucked up the meaning of the word remix.
Yeah, that was
song is nothing like the original One More Chance.
Yeah, that was the Bad Boy special right there. It'd be a completely different song, and he said, "This is the remix."
Yes. In another case, another Bad Boy album it happened on, "Crush on You" with Lil' Kim. Okay, the video is a Lil' Kim song, and Lil' Kim is rapping on it. You go buy Lil' Kim's album, you listen to Crush on You, and there's no Lil' Kim on it. It's just Lil C's. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So that was another crazy. Sometimes there were hit singles that were not on the album, and you go buy the newest album when you hear a hit single, and the hit single's not on it. You feel like you wasted $13.99 on this
Yeah.
song because you just wanted this one song, and
Yep.
it's not there.
Yep. And see, that's the shit we had to go through, man. It wasn't like we could just go to Apple Music and preview everything. You had to go to FYE or whatever CD store, and you just had to look at the back of the cover and hope that this album is fire. If not, the crazy thing is, even if the album wasn't that fire to you, you will still play it because you fucking bought it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll still play it and then eventually fucking like it. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was super annoying, man. Certain songs like Jay-Z, the first version of I think it was In My Lifetime, original one was not on his debut album. Also, he had a different version of Dead Presidents on the album from the single version. So it was very annoying, man. Tex X on YouTube. What's up, Tex X? Said, late to the podcast, Figgy, just showing love. Glad you got your own shit going on like it's supposed to be. Hell yeah, man. Figgy been doing this shit.
Appreciate
he's going to be on his grind.
Hey, we got like 340 people watching, man. So
salute everybody man.
Watching.
They're going to hit up the text line on Monday and call you a racist for saying white people stole black music. Why everything got to be about race, Figgy?
Yeah, we get those texts all the time. Look, bring it up race. Bring it up race. As soon as you say,
see I wish we could just have an honest take about the differences in races without it being seen as racist or anything. Because they always say that. And I'm like, I don't say it in a mean-spirited way. I'm genuinely interested in like the differences between white and black people. In Asian people and everybody, because we're different, man. No matter what you say, we're brought up listening to different music. We watch different stuff, and we're just different people. But it's okay to be different. It's okay to have differences and talk about it. And I'm not saying it in a negative, racist way. I want to know.
Yeah. The thing is, whenever you say something like, "Oh, Lamar Jackson was the first black quarterback," look, there you go, bringing up race into it. It's just like, damn.
Like, it does mean something, man. But it's not saying it in a. I think when they hear that, they think we're saying evil white guy or evil white people, and it's not like that. It's just we're different, man, and it's okay to be different and celebrate differences and just acknowledge it without.
Yeah, it's kind of acknowledging how far we came.
Yeah.
Like, damn, we came a long way. Now this person playing in 2025 is the first black quarterback to win 3 Super Bowls in a row or some shit. It's kind of like, okay, that's badass. That's history right there.
And like, the thing is, after one person has done it, then it stops being a discussion. So y'all should really be cheering for this shit to happen, because then you'll stop talking. Look, it used to be a big deal to have a black quarterback starting in the NFL. Now it's not even worth bringing up because there's so many of them now. Mm-hmm. So that's how fast things progress. And eventually we'll stop saying first black anything in the NFL because we've done it all except own a team, but everything else has been already done. So yeah, eventually it will not be a big deal. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Matt also said, I get sick of genres. I have to shift from rap to rock to a little country maybe, but I don't think I've gotten sick of any individual song. See, that's I just get sick of too much music, man, especially when a song gets overplayed. I can't stand it. But maybe I'm just different.
Yeah, it's funny. I think it was a couple weeks ago on Sports Radio 16. I went through a list of I think somebody released a list of over the worst songs ever. I forgot what it was, but it wasn't like when you listen to it, bad songs, but it was pretty much popular songs that was just overplayed.
I remember that.
Yeah, I wish I could find that list.
I remember because that's where the Hey Ya discussion happened. Because people said Hey Ya was one of the worst, and they're like, "No, how can you say Hey Ya?" Like I never liked Hey Ya. I thought it was a bad song from the minute I heard it, but
Yeah.
I get why it was popular.
Yeah, no, I forgot where is that, but they had like Pharrell Happy on there. They
That's yeah,
it,
that's up there, man.
yeah, I think they had Mega Trainer, All About That Bass.
Yes,
Just
that's up there.
you can see those type of songs where it's just like, okay, I can see how people can say that's some of the worst songs ever. Like musically is I wouldn't be like, man, turn this shit off. Like this shit shouldn't be a hit. But it was like them songs that are hits that just overplay so much where you like, man, this is an awful song. The other one is Carly Rae Jepsen's The Call Me Maybe.
Yeah.
That one, I'm just like, man, they overplayed that song, man, to the point I can't hear that song again.
It's funny how a lot of these songs are like in the same era of coming out. It was a bad time for pop music at this time, I feel, because there's a lot of that shit going around, and All About That Bass is an awful song, man. When I hear that, I think of just shopping at Best Buy or something. You think of retail shopping when you hear music like that, being in a Target aisle looking for food or some shit or clothes.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. So Matt said, personally, my go-to is Spit Game, the remix. Yeah, that's a hard song. He said, shit, oh, y'all on discussion over here. Okay. And Matt says differences make us unique and make it fun and interesting to interact. If we're all the same, there's nothing you can learn by interacting with each other. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think look, there's nothing offensive in bringing up differences, but I think people are getting to that point where it's like, y'all better not mention anything about race. Y'all better not mention anything about this. And that just makes it very boring because now we got to act like there's no differences between white and black people and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Mexicans and Asians. We got to act like we're all the same. Really, we're not, man. And I'm not saying we're better or worse, but we're different. And I think it's okay to have an honest discussion without people getting offended.
Yeah, and it ain't like we over here being Jamel Hill or something like that, man. It just be like a simple little, hey, salute to this person. He's the first black president of this company or whatever the case may be. It's just like, damn. Right, you always got to bring race into it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, and like I said, eventually we will stop because it won't be a big deal. But until it is not a big deal, we'll keep talking about it. So whatever. Other news, we got to go. Man, this podcast is flying by. I feel like it's been 90% random shit on this podcast.
Yeah, let's rapid fire these rest of our shit.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce engaged. Thoughts?
I honestly thought it didn't happen sooner. I thought it would have happened way sooner. But yeah, salute to them. I don't understand the people that's keep bringing up Travis Kelce's old girlfriend, the black chick. Yep, I'm bringing race into it. The black chick. And everybody like, man, he really fumbled this one. I'm like, how is that a fumble? Like, brother, he got Taylor Swift, man. Like, y'all got to stop doing this. Like, look, I can have the debate on maybe who looks better. And to me personally, I think the black chick looked better. Like just like not looking at money, looking at careers and stuff. If they were both sitting there, I knew nothing about them, I would choose the black chick. But I'm like, dog, he got Taylor Swift, man. And his career changed since then. So his career changed since he got with Taylor Swift. So I don't understand why people keep trying to bring up he really fumbled this girl. I'm like, man, like, I don't give a damn what y'all saying. I'm with Taylor Swift.
Here's the thing. People very oftentimes think that when a person is pretty especially when a lady is pretty, that must mean they're a good person that you want to be around all the time. And that's just not the case. I mean, look at what we've learned about Cassie in the Diddy trial. She seemed like a kind of horrible person at times who was definitely down with the shit Diddy was doing. But everybody thought she was this innocent victim because she was pretty. And she is pretty. She's a beautiful woman. But you can also have a dark heart and be pretty. So I'm not saying this lady did, but look, he's with whoever makes him happy, allegedly. Me personally, I think the contract was just extended. I think this was supposed to be announced at the after the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, but they lost, so they had to push it back to the beginning of the NFL season. So
I thought about it.
They had the whole summer to get engaged, and they just did it right before the NFL season starts.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah, I thought about that too because we was in New Orleans during that time. I'm like, man, I can see Taylor Swift get proposed to on the field like this.
It was 100% gonna happen on the field if they won.
Yeah.
So, well, look, all I gotta say is when she gets divorced, that breakup album is gonna break all records that we've ever heard of ever. All right. You thought Beyonce Lemonade album was big. This might outdo Thriller in the first week. When she breaks up with Travis Kelce and does her breakup album, it will shatter all records we've ever heard of in music, and it's going to be ridiculous. So,
yeah.
Matt says he agrees. If the Chiefs beat Philly, that's when it wouldn't have happened. Yeah, 100% it would have happened there.
Yeah.
Moving on. Now, I haven't been tapped into this. There is some debate about one Young Thug who, after it's really, I'm moving towards the Meek Mill. You know how when he got out and he started saying a bunch of stupid shit and we kind of wanted him to be locked up again. Maybe it was a mistake to start the free Meek Mill movement because he seemed like he should be locked up for the stuff he was saying. Yeah. I'm getting that same vibe from Young Thug now. Maybe we got to send him back. Because
he really put out no music.
He has, but it's been terrible. I was actually talking to our boy Chris Santiago at Sports Radio 610. He does Texans highlights. He also produces the night show weekdays. And he said he was a big fan of Young Thug, but recently, ever since he's got out of prison, everything he's dropped has been ass. And he's just not the same anymore. And I'm like, this always happens whenever somebody is independent for a while, then come out. They're just not the same for whatever reason. The music is bad. Suddenly they start talking more and we realize they're really stupid and shouldn't be talking at all. And Young Thug is right there now. So
he's I kind of cringe every time I see him tweeting. Like he's taking shots at Gunna. Just a lot of shit. I'm just like, man, just make some good music, man. I don't need to hear your opinions on anything.
And apparently there has been video that released of him years back in the courtroom snitching on somebody, saying somebody did something or making some kind of statement. And now he's trying to jump through all these hula hoops to say that it wasn't snitching when he did it because it was never used in a court case, so it didn't count or some shit. And now some people are running to his defense and some people are saying he's a hypocrite because he gonna call Gunna a snitch, and then there's evidence that he did almost the exact same thing. So, I'm just tired of Young Thug in general. I really thought that he would at least release some good music to make up for some of this bullshit, but no. So, send him back. Ship him back. This one's defective, man. Send him back. Maybe he needs to cook in there for a few more years.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a little disappointed, man. I ain't hear nothing I like from him so far. So I'm just like, man, just he close. I'm real close to muting his name on social media. Because, I know he said that about Gunna album, like nobody want to hear that shit because it's
That was kind of funny.
but I don't want to hear from Young Thug unless it's a slap. I'm cool.
Yeah, I just don't think he has an enemy anymore, man. I think this 15 years of probation he got to do, where I guess maybe the influence came from drugs he was doing that he can't do no more, but it's been bad, man. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a game review. We have Tex X said Young Dolph over Young Thug. Yeah, can we do a trade? Can we ask whatever higher power to say, hey man, send back Young Dolph? At least he made good music.
Yeah.
Young Thug, I don't know. He's we got to ship him back. Do something with him. And we have a game review. Figgy done got back into gaming. He played Mafia: The Old Country on PS5. And I do want to try the game. I just don't want to pay full price for it yet because I know it's like $70. Games be expensive now, man. I usually wait till it's a sale for games.
Is it $70?
I think so. Most games, maybe it was different. It might have been 60. Okay. Most games when they release now, they're $70.
Okay, I paid $49.99 for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. It might be I guess it's back to the old price for some. The old country, the old price. Yeah. I'm down with that.
Yeah. But the game, I thought the game was cool, man. This is probably the first game I ever was so dedicated to play and beat. Like I beat this game within a week, and that's rare for somebody like me. Usually I play, I get tired of it or I get stuck on something, and then it's weeks or even months pass by where I don't go to it, and then I dust the controller off and try it again and end up getting into it. But I was dedicated to play this game, and I thought this was a really good game. It was a really good storyline. It kind of brought back that whole mobster role because the latest Mafia game, which was Mafia 3, it really didn't have that mob type feel to it like 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 it was based out of the 40s and the 50s, and it was really like some mob type shit. Mafia 3, it was just a nigga that was just trying to get revenge on other mobsters and groups and shit like that, which was cool. It was fun. That was probably the best looking game to play because that was the newest one. But this one kind of restored that feeling of like some mob type shit. And it was fun. The only thing I don't like, because maybe it could be a thing where I'm just so used to Grand Theft Auto, but I really don't care. I don't really care for the lack of weapons or the shitty cars, because this is 1905. So you on horses, or you on like some type of little shitty looking car. And I kind of miss the days of just getting a nice good car or some machine guns type shit. And this game ain't really like that. It's a lot of knife fights. So I was just like, that's the part I don't like, but I think the storyline is amazing, man. It's a really good storyline, to the point I started doing the deep dive after I beat the game. I'm like, damn, so this person did this person make an appearance in this game and all that stuff? I feel like the people that make Mafia is they did a really good job with the storytelling and tying things in and all that stuff. So I really enjoyed the game. If you into those type of games, I say try it. Yeah, give it a shot. Matthew in the comments said, what kind of game is Mafia? Grand Theft Auto? Yes, it's kind of Grand Theft Auto-ish a little bit. It's not much of a free world, because I know Grand Theft Auto now is more of a free world where you could just do whatever the fuck you want, or either you could just, play some missions and stuff like that. But this one is more of it's more of a storyline where you don't really get a chance to play in the free world. So It's really good, man. The storyline good. I say start from the beginning, play all of the games. They all tie in somehow. It's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, man. I've been meaning to get. I think I have some of the Mafia games on my PC. I just never played them. I think sometimes you get like a bundle when you have some PC games. You get like a bundle, and some games just come with the bundle. But I've been interested in it, man. I do like Mafia stuff. I love the Godfather movies, except for 3, of course, but nobody likes that one. But I do like Mafia movies. I do like that era, and I don't even mind the old style stuff because one of my favorite games was Red Dead Redemption. And that takes place like in the old West. There's no cars. All you got is horses.
Yeah.
And that game's still fun. Had a great story. So I'm going to check it out, man. I'm going to definitely check it out on your recommendation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've just been missing that game to grip me. The last game that really got me like that was Last of Us 2. That's why I keep telling you, you got to play that game, man. Last of Us 2 was like really the last game I played that really, I was just locked in and I beat it within a week. I just had to get through it and I had to see the end. So,
yeah,
definitely play Last of Us 2 at some point.
I got to finish. I definitely started it, but I think I got stuck to a point where I didn't go back, but I'm going to get back on it because I haven't played the game since I beat Mafia. And I'm like, man, I got to get back on it. So I'm gonna crank this game up and just play it.
Nah, play Last of Us 2, man. That shit's gonna, it's just hard.
I wonder if they thinking about making a Last of Us 3.
There are rumors. I feel like they have to, but the developers, it's Naughty Dog who did it, and they also made the Uncharted games. I don't think they want to be stuck in making the same type of game. So I know they're releasing something new, I think next year, but I would have to think that they're going to make a Last of Us 3 because the story is still not fully over after the second game. Yeah. So I think they are. They just haven't announced it yet, but I feel like as popular as the show is now, they have to make a part 3.
Yeah, it's going to be tough though, because I know, like, I don't think they're gonna come up with a game, part 3 for the game before they come out with a season 3 for the TV show. And you know, the TV show, they just gonna do their thing, man, and it's gonna be nothing like the game. It got to be nothing like the game because it ain't no part 3. So I wonder how they're gonna work with that.
It's gonna be Game of Thrones, man. It's gonna be. As soon as the books ended, the show got really bad. That's going to be the same thing that happens to the show. Once they're out of the games to adapt, and to be fair, I think they're stretching the part 2. I think season 3 will be like the last half of the second game, but still at some point they got to release part 3 or else the TV show going to do their own thing and it's going to be Game of Thrones part 2. So yeah, they got to do something, man.
Yeah.
And last but not least, have you been keeping up to the Cracker Barrel drama over the fucking logo change? Probably the stupidest news story of the year so far.
Yeah. So I was one because I saw it. I ain't really think none of it, and I'm like we go to Cracker Barrel once in a while, but I didn't give a shit about the logo change and all that shit. I thought it was time for a logo change, but I ain't really think nothing of it. And when I saw everybody just making a big deal of it to the point they decided not to change the logo, I'm like, damn, was it that big of a deal? So I guess apparently people was trying to say it was a little bit they kind of went woke with trying to change the logo and all that shit, and they took the guy off the logo. I didn't even know the guy had a name, but apparently his name is Uncle Herschel. And he was the guy that was in the logo. I'm like, y'all really upset about this? So I'm just like, man, this is sad, man. Y'all bullied this company to keep that old ass logo.
Yeah, dog, this reminds, because every time this happens, there's like that viral post of, remember when McDonald's looked like this? Remember when Taco Bell looks like this? And every time I see that post, I'm like, who gives a fuck? I'm like, when's the last time you went to eat inside of McDonald's? There's a reason why they took out the fucking play place and they stopped making it look like a place kids want to go to, because no kids want to hang out at McDonald's all day anymore. Most
Yeah,
people don't even go to McDonald's. They get their food delivered, man. So don't act like we've been going inside McDonald's and eating all day and like we used to. It's
yeah,
not, the world is not like that anymore, man. If I'm gonna get Taco Bell, which I haven't had in years, if I'm gonna go to Taco Bell, I'm not gonna go inside the restaurant and then sit down and eat my meal. I'm gonna get it
yeah.
to go and I'm gonna bounce.
Dude, they making McDonald's now to the point, like, first of all, they got the curate person out there. So as soon as you pull up, you can't even pull up to the damn menu. It's somebody out there with an iPad, like, yo, what you
Yeah.
want? Or if you want to go in, they have a couple little registers, but they also have a couple things where you could just place your order yourself. I'm like, man, they just trying to make this efficient and try to get you the hell out of there, man. They ain't trying to make it all comfortable for you to be laying around in there and all that shit. Like, nah, they just trying to make it cool enough so you can get the hell out of here.
But nobody, like, that used to be a spot to hang out back in the day. Back when we used to actually hang out in places. Now we don't really do that no more. You get your food and you go home. So the world has changed for better or worse, but it's not like people are intentionally trying to take the joy out of McDonald's or whatever, man. It's like they've realized the fact that the world has changed. They realize that nobody gives a fuck if there's a play place in McDonald's anymore, because nobody wants to be in that bitch all day. People are just trying to get their food and leave. So I just don't care. The same thing about the Cracker Barrel thing. Yeah, the new logo was uglier, but who gives a shit? Like, is the food worse? That's what I would care about if I was a regular at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck about the logo, man.
Yeah, they ain't changed the menu. It one thing if they change the menu or change the ingredients or something like that. They just changed the logo and they just gonna take them old ass pictures down from the inside and paint the walls white so it could be a little brighter in there. I'm like, why are y'all mad about that? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess they was tired of people calling it, felt like it gave slavery vibes being in there. Well, shit, as long as the food was good, I ain't give a damn about that.
Matt on YouTube says it's stupid, but it got people talking. So I think that was their whole point. Just like when IHOP went to IHOP for burgers or whatever. Nah, I think this one was different because we've seen a lot of this happen recently of logos being changed to like some more efficient design or more, I guess, what's the word? Minimalist type design where they strip all the color and stuff to make it easier for whatever the fuck they use it for. I don't think they meant to because there's no way they would have thought this would have had this big of an impact. There's no way they could have thought people would give this much of a shit about it.
Yeah.
So I don't think they meant for this to happen, but they did change it back. So, you could argue it could be, but I just don't think they had any way of thinking this would be as big as it got.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think I actually said that too. I'm like, because the first thing, people always think about the outrageous marketing where they just throw something out there, get people talking about it, knowing they ain't about to do nothing about it anyway. But I think, I legit think they were they had plans on changing their brand a little bit to update it a little bit. And I think they got punked out where they decided to release a statement saying they gonna keep the old logo. I'm like, man, I had no idea people was even invested in Cracker Barrel like that to begin with, and y'all was really that upset about the logo change. Like I didn't care about that, but I guess they really feel like I guess they was probably like, oh, people do like us a lot. Let's give the fans what they want. And at the end of the day, nobody ain't gonna care about that, man. People still gonna go.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just annoying for them because I'm sure they invested money into this brand change and now it's just wasted because they just had to go back to whatever. And it's not like I don't think they're gonna gain fans from doing this or gain people to go to the Cracker Barrel, but you could argue mind share is important or whatever. But I don't know. This is one of the dumbest things. I feel like there's so much going on in the world right now. I really couldn't believe this even became a story. And sidebar, I feel like conservative people are now becoming the new liberals, where they make everything into this fucking huge deal because they can't take the fact that now they fucking run the country. They want all their bitching paid off, and they're still bitching. Like, y'all got the president, y'all got basically everything y'all wanted in this administration right now. Y'all got everybody rolling back all the woke shit, quote unquote. All the DEI that you hated is now gone. All this stuff y'all been bitching about for years, you finally got what you wanted, and now everything has to be the new. Oh, this shit's gonna the country's being destroyed. Y'all run the country now. So it's funny how they really switched sides, and now no matter, even though they won, they're still bitching every day about some stupid shit that doesn't matter because they got to keep people mad about something. It's like, I can't take it no more, man.
Yeah.
Droid says sore winners. Yeah, exactly. Because they made their brand on being like the rebels against all the woke stuff. And now they won, and they're still trying to keep that underdog status. It's like, nah, y'all are the overseers now. Now it's time for woke to come back because now y'all running shit.
Yeah.
But they're trying to hold on by making a big fucking argument and a big deal out of everything. Like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen, man. Honestly, this is the dumbest news story that became a story that I've seen this year. I really can't believe people actually made videos talking about it. It was so fucking stupid, man. But you know, it's just the world we live in today, man. Just constant complaining about everything.
Yeah.
So that's my political talk for this show and maybe this year, man. Because I don't talk about that shit usually in public, but it's getting my nerves, man. Anything else we missed, man? Anything else we gotta talk about?
Nah,
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling this timeline, making sure we didn't miss anything or nothing happened that we just.
Micah Parsons traded to Green Bay. Kind of.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy it happened to Dallas.
Yeah,
but I'm not surprised, man. It's funny people are talking about how bringing up the Luka trade and now it's just like the football equivalent of that, basically. But while I think that the Luka trade was a league conspiracy, all right, because they got the number one pick right after they traded Luka. I just don't believe that was a coincidence, man. So
yeah, I don't believe that either.
This one was just Jerry Jones being stupid and stubborn. There was no league conspiracy to make the Packers of all team good again. So yeah. Anyway, that about does it, man, for another exciting episode of the podcast. Make sure y'all see or y'all listen to Sports Radio 610, 10 to 2, Monday through Friday. Football season heating up, man. You got Figgy doing live reads now. I heard you pumping up U of H, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. I was nervous as hell for that first one.
You did it really good, man. You did a great job.
Okay. Yeah, I was nervous as hell. And I think I threw my co-host off because they had no idea. And so they was looking. And they realized that it was just like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, be doing a little more Cougar stuff. Hopefully get some more live reads, man.
Yeah, it was dope, man. You had the production going and everything. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Got me pumped up as a U of H alumni or alumnus.
The hard part is me being a producer where it's so much shit going on. Like, I got to hit the button for the music. I got to do the live read. And I don't have time to cut the camera off on the live stream. So niggas just watching me do a live read on there because I usually cut it off once they go to break. But I'm like, fuck it. Everybody here watching me do the live read. So it was all good though, man. I'll probably be doing a couple more this year.
That's dope, man. That was I'm glad you repping the city too. That's a very appropriate first live review to have, man.
Yeah,
Man,
no, I like
we're
it,
trying to
man.
get you up. We're trying to get Figgy Day. So this is the first step, man, of making you a Houston legend.
Yeah, man, I would love that, man. Just to kind of show it to the people in Cleveland, like, man, look what y'all had. I got my
Hell
own day.
yeah. Tex X said, "Go Cougs 1-0." Yeah, I saw they beat. Now to be fair, it was Stephen F. Austin, but
Yeah.
they won 27-0. So hell yeah, off to the good start, man.
Mm-hmm.
Matt said, "Peace out, Jim's and Juice. Another great show, and shout out to Fig with the UH Live read. Love to hear it. Happy Labor Day weekend, guys. Hell yeah, man." Hope y'all have a great Labor Day weekend. Hope y'all have great time with the family or whatever you're doing this weekend. Hope you get to kick back and relax. We'll be back at it most likely next Friday with another episode talking about whatever the fuck we're talking about during the week. And yeah, until next time, y'all, peace out, take care, and